For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New media today, USA Boxing. Apologize about that, guys. The internet had went out. I want to say the electric company, somebody's outside working on something, and whatever they did, it knocked the internet out right when the show was fixing to start. So everything is back up, though. It was very temporarily. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It was out of my control. It was out of my control, but that's what had happened, though. But anyway, check this out, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody who showed up, who will be here today. We're going to allow YouTube to send the notifications out on the, on the Chitlin streets. You know what I mean? I know they already sent it out before, but, we're going to see can they send it out again so everybody can come back. The old boy going to be here. Again, technical difficulties. Had nothing to do with me. I think the telephone people or somebody dealing with the internet, the cable company, is outside doing something. So who knows, man? Who knows? It is what it is, man. But anyways, man, yeah, man, we're going to have a good show today, man. Listen, guys, this is fight week, but we're going to talk about that as well. You know what I mean? But I came across an article as it relates to Teofimo Lopez, Mr. Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? And, I find it very strange. I just find it very strange. I want to share this with you guys today. I really do. I find it very strange because, I think sometimes some people have to understand what their position is on the chessboard. When you're a pawn and you haven't advanced yet in order to get to the other side, you know what I mean? You can't try to call shots like you're a queen or like you're a rook or you're a bishop or even a knight. You're a pawn. You know what I mean? So it's all about understanding your position on the chessboard. And once you understand your position on the chessboard, then you'll know how you should maneuver and how you should move. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't understand your position on the chessboard, then you won't move or maneuver correctly, and you'll overstate your position. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. And I think that, when I finish today, you're going to understand exactly where I'm coming from, because we just saw a situation already with the Triller situation, overestimating your position on the chessboard. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I mean by that. And I got some receipts. I have some receipts right here. Now, I see, guys, where I have it set up right, I have a monitor right here, so I'm able to look at the chats to my right, which would be to your left. And then I have a monitor right here that I share my screen with, my screen with, right? And I have all of my tabs open right there. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yes, sir, what's going on? Let's go ahead and give everybody, give everybody a round of applause over here, man. I do apologize for the technical difficulties before. It's probably threw a lot of people off. Caught me off guard too. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Let's go ahead and give everybody a shot, a round of, a shout out. You know what I mean? We're going to do the OJ Ju-Man style. You know how we do it, man. Shout out to JC in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to Burger Planet. What's happening, bro? Hey, okay. Big Raw Rib Shows with the link read. Hey, okay. Thomas Jones, what's happening? Hey, okay. Graham Taylor, what the link read, baby? Hey, okay. Let's see, Teach. What's wrong? He said, what's wrong with the stream? Yeah, it was not wrong with the stream, man. The internet had went out. I'm running on the internet, and I didn't have my backup set up. That was my fault. But the internet going out had nothing to do with me at all. It was out of my hands. So, but I'm ready now. Hey, okay. Shout out to Graham Taylor. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Haleen in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to the UK. What's going on, Troy Smoke Along with the Lick Reed? Hey, okay. Let's see what's happening. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to Burger Planet. What's happening? Hey, okay. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Hey, okay. Shout out to Big Ronald Finkley, man. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to my brother Big Ron, man, Big Ronald Finkley, and shout out to the boys over there at UGC Flame. They be flaming them. Hey, okay. Who else we got? Let's see who else we have. Troy Smoke Alarm with the lick read, man. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene once again. Let's see who else we have in the building, man. Everybody rolling in right now. The notifications have been working. Let's see, man. They don't jump to everything. Oh, it don't jump to everything. Okay. Bear with me one moment, guys. I don't like to miss anybody. Okay, cool. So, Troy Smoke Alarm, what's happening? The Queen Karma Serene and the Queens Lisa Bells, 2 queens in the house. Shout out to Lawrence, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Richard Slutsky. Shout out to, who else we have? The one Mr. Ham, what's happening? Shout out to Merrill Dixon, what's happening? Vaughn Scott with the lick read. He said, Deb, I thought you got canceled. Woo! Hey, you know what it is, man. Shout out to Julio Guzman. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Thomas Jones. What's happening? Paul Evans. What's going on, fam? And shout out to Ava as well. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my brother Mark Nash. He said, Catchweight, hell no. Exactly. Some people got to understand their position on the chessboard. Shout out to who else we have? Trill Ballings. What's going on? Let's see. He says Teofimo is the biggest weight bully at 135. Okay, the moment he might have to move up and fight someone his size bigger, he wants to catch weight. Yeah, man. Shout out to Boxing Magic. Shout out to Shout out to Michael Knight. Shout out to my brother Huggy Bear, Diallo Huggy. What's going on, fam? Jeff Lucietta in the building. D Nice. And we're not talking about the rapper slash DJ with a DJ slash rapper D Nice from BDP. Shout out to my brother Charlo. What's happening? Shout out to Teach in the building. Shout out to Frank Torcios. What's happening? Shout out to Presidential Luke. Shout out to UI. Shout out to the UI. Shout out to UYI in the building. He said the sweater is fire. Yeah, man. You can get that on New Media Today USA. Go across the screen, man. New Media Today USA.store. You can get this jacket right here, man. Shout out to my main man DJ for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
DJ says, Taylor told T.O. Jr., don't say my name because you still have work at 135. I also believe that Taylor will move up after his next fight. He wants to fight Bud. We'll see how that work out because Crawford is not re-signing with Top Rank. So we'll see how that work out if that fight could be made. If whatever. We'll see. We'll see how that work out, DJ. But yeah. I got the receipt on that as well. He actually said more than that. He actually said a little bit more. I'm gonna add on to what else he said, and I'm gonna show it to you. I have it up already, guys. Shout out to JT Too Clean. Shout out to WMA. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Real Talk LKQ. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Real Talk LKQ. What's going on, my brother? Let's see. Shout out to Troy Graham. What the lick read? Shout out to Jawan. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Eric Arroyo. What's going on, bro? Neil Palmer. What the lick read? Troy Smoke Alarm. What's happening? Let's see. Renaissance Dad. What's going on? Presidential Luke. What the lick read? Patty 88. What's happening? Chuck Supremacy. What's going on? We got Merrill Dixon in the building. We got Jay Miller in the building. And we also have Neil Palmer in the building. Who else we have, man? UGC Flame. Yes, sir. We do have UGC Flame. We also have JT Too Clean. We have JBN's John's Boxing News. Who else we have? Let's get into this. I don't want a channel. We have the brother there. And we also have Ride on the Storm. Ride on the Storm. I haven't seen you since 1962. And I wasn't even born then. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. My main man Glenn in the building. Glenn, what's going on with you, fam? What the link read, baby? Let's see. And my main man Mark Nash. Mark Nash is in the building as well. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the people at ESPN. You know what I mean? Shout out to Steve Kim. Shout out to Mike Coppinger. Shout out to Mario Lopez. Shout out to oh man, I forgot the podcast, man. I forgot the podcast, man. I forgot. I was gonna tell you. Anyways, oh yeah, I got a podcast coming up this week, guys. Tommy Hill, what's going on, Tommy Hill?
Hey, okay.
We fixing to take this show on the road. That's the goal, anyways. That's the goal, anyway. That's always the goal. We're gonna take the show on the road. Shout out to Silver Stream, Dragon Leg. What up? What's going on, fam? And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button.
Okay.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button for the old boy. It helps the old boy out. You see what I'm saying? It helps the old boy out. Anyways, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Now, I find this very, very interesting and very funny. I'm gonna be honest with you. It'd be very funny, right? My main man Teofimo Lopez. Now, now that Triller has blowed up in his face. I say in his face because when his fight with the purse beard, right? For some strange reason, I guess Teofimo or his management or whoever his managers is, I don't know. I don't know the brother's business, who he is, whatever, who's in the background. But whoever the people in the background that's talking in Teofimo's ear, and he's only 23 years old. He's a kid, right? He's pretty much a kid in comparison to me. Anyways, right? I'm old enough to be his dad, but I'm old enough to be a lot of people's dad. But that's neither here nor there. But the people that's in his ear, in his camp, whatever the case may be, Bob Arum made him an offer for what he felt like, what he was worth. And Teofimo didn't like the offer. So Teofimo decided to, hey, man, we're going to take it the purse beard route. It went the purse beard route. Triller picked it up. Teofimo, I got all the receipts. He had a lot of tweets talking about how somebody recognized his talent, talking about how much of a superstar he is, talking about how many pay-per-views he's going to sell and all of that stuff there. He was happy. He was excited. $6 million that Triller won the purse bid for a fight. Teofimo was going to get 65% of that. I think Kambosos was going to get 35% of that. It was going to be both of their highest paydays, right? Cool. That was back in March. That was back in February. Fast forward to October. What was thought to be the bag turned out not to be the bag. And what was thought to be a smart business calculated move turned out to be a nightmare, right? This is what I call when you overestimate your position, when you're dealing with an old, wily promoter who's been around since the 60s. Muhammad Ali taught Bob Arum how to promote. This is facts. Muhammad Ali, Bob Arum, and Herbert Muhammad, which was the son to Elijah Muhammad, they formed a company. They formed a promotional company, boxing promotional company. I forgot the name of it, guys. My mind has left me, but somebody tell me in the chat. I forgot the promotional company that they started, Muhammad Ali, Herbert Muhammad, and Bob Arum. You see what I'm saying? So he's been around a long time, and Teofimo didn't know any better, and whoever his handlers were, they didn't know any better. So I'm not going to jump down Teofimo's throat, but he's overestimating his position on the chessboard, and that's what I have to say about it. And I'm going to prove my point to me. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony Lyons. Shout out to Bruce Goes in the building. Shout out to whoever else I may have forgot. Julio Guzman.
Hey, okay.
Anyways, Teofimo Lopez now wants to fight Josh Taylor at a catchweight for Undisputed. I have the receipt, right? Now that Triller has officially got out of the Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos business, had the receipts on that too. Triller has backed out of it. They lost money, and it is what it is. Might be some lawsuits filed, and who knows how that's going to turn out. But as of right now, the Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos fight, as it relates to Triller promoting it, that's done. Now, I'm hearing that Eddie Hearn, DAZN was next in line, and they're paying like $3 million for the fight, or $3.5 million and somewhere up in there for the fight. So if it falls in their lap, then Teofimo, instead of the total fight being, instead of Teofimo getting 65% of $6 million, that amount that he thought he was going to get has now tremendously shrunk till he's getting 65% of $3.5 million. Whatever DAZN won the purse bid for. They came in second, right? So we'll see how that works out. And then if that happens, then Teofimo more than likely will be getting paid close to what Bob Arum was already offering him in the first place. Overestimate your position. That's what I'm talking about. Not knowing your position on the chessboard. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So Teofimo, right? So check it out now. Now Teofimo has now got his sights on Undisputed Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Josh Taylor, for his next fight. He said he wants to fight Josh Taylor now, right? Oh, we're gonna get into this real good today. We're gonna get into this real good today. You know what I mean? And I hope that everybody have an understanding of what's going on. Even the most diehard, staunchest Teofimo Lopez supporter is going to have to at least see this point of view. They might not agree with it because it doesn't fit what they want to believe, but the fact of the matter is Teofimo Lopez is not the star that he thinks he is. He's not. He's not. Proof is in the pudding. And I'm going to tell you why. Not from a skill set standpoint, yes. I'm not talking about from a skill set standpoint. I'm saying from a business standpoint, from a draw standpoint, for a demand standpoint. He's not that. And I'm going to show you. Anyways, not only does Teofimo want to fight Josh Taylor, which I doubt that will happen, even though they are on the same side of the street, but Teo believes he should fight him at a catchweight. Now, not only does he want to fight the real undisputed champion in men's boxing, meaning there is no dispute of that this guy has won all of the belts. There is no other guy in his division that said, hey, wait a minute, I got this belt and I got that belt as well. No. This guy is undisputed. Josh Taylor, Ring Magazine. He won the Muhammad Ali Award. He has a WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and there's no dispute about that. Even the Josh Taylor hater can't dispute that. Okay, that's fine, right? Okay, but that's neither here nor there, right? That's neither here nor there. Not only does Teofimo Lopez want to fight Josh Taylor, right? But he thinks that he should fight Josh Taylor at a catchweight. Now, this is truly a joke to me. I'm going to tell you guys why. Although Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor are with the same promotional company, which is Top Rank, Barbarian, right? Josh Taylor has nothing to gain by fighting Teofimo Lopez at a catchweight. He doesn't. You know how some of these fans, they be like, well, you know, they be making arguments for their fighters and saying, well, this guy ain't no star. And he ain't got no business demanding this and demanding that. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, let's play that game.
Hey, okay.
Josh Taylor has nothing to gain by fighting Teofimo Lopez at a catchweight. If Teofimo really believes that he has the skills, he should move all the way up to 140 pounds to Josh Taylor's weight class and fight him there. That's what he should do. Right? Teo is the unified lightweight champion of the world. He says he's undisputed. Some people say he's undisputed because he has the franchise belt. Josh Taylor doesn't have a franchise belt, but he's undisputed. But that's neither here nor there. Some people say he's undisputed, but Teofimo Lopez is the unified, to me, Teofimo Lopez is the unified lightweight champion of the world. And Josh Taylor is the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world, which there is no dispute. Right? There is no dispute. Now, Teo is, right, he's a very talented fighter. He's my favorite fighter at the 135-pound division. Yes, he is. He's my favorite fighter at 135-pound division. He beat Lomachenko. So he showed what he got. Now, unless Tank decide to fight at 135, then we'll see. I would love to see Tank and Teofimo Lopez fight each other. And I'm going to tell you why. If I was Teo, that'd be a good move right there because Tank can sell out an arena. Every time Tank fight in Atlanta, what do he do? What do he do? You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you guys, right? What do he do? Now, but again, if Teofimo really feels confident in his skills, you don't tell a guy who's undisputed in another weight class who you want to fight, say, hey, I want to fight you, you fight me at a catchweight. It doesn't work that way. You are severely and truly overestimating your position on the chessboard, right? That's the mistake right there. You know. Now, as I said before, even though Teofimo Lopez says he's undisputed and he wants to put his undisputed titles on the line to fight Josh Taylor for his undisputed titles. Only problem with that is this. So he want to fight him at a catchweight. So wait a minute. So this what gets me. Josh Taylor is the junior welterweight undisputed champion of the world. Teofimo Lopez is the unified lightweight champion of the world. And if you go to WBC website, WBC has a big ass picture up there. Devin Haney saying that he is the true WBC champion. But that's neither here nor there. So if he fights Josh Taylor, he's saying that if I beat you, I want to win all of your belts at the catchweight. The only problem is Josh Taylor didn't win no belts at the catchweight. He won belts at 140 pounds. That's one. Two, Teofimo Lopez feels like that, hey, you know what, man, this is what I want. I'll fight him, but he got to fight me at a catchweight. And he's saying that And he's saying that he don't want to fight in Scotland. Josh Taylor will have to come to America. So so mistake number one, you think that Teofimo believes that he is a big enough fish in the sport of boxing to call shots as it relates to Josh Taylor, who is in another division. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two, you say that, no, not only do I want to fight you for your belts, I want to determine which weight we fight at, one, and two, I'm going to determine that I'm not going to fight you in your country. You're going to have to come over here and fight me in my country, but I'm the one that's calling you out. Who put this in this young man's head? I have no idea. Who put this in this young man's head? I have no idea. Right? Are you talented? Yes. Are you my favorite fight at 135? Yes. But guess what? Not going to cap for you. I don't have any personal relationship with you. Don't know you. Don't know anybody on your team. I'm just calling it the way it is. Just calling it the way it is. Right? You are a 135-pounder, sir. You are very talented. You're a bad boy. The takeover is real. Right? But you only 23 years old and you're making some mistakes. I don't know who's whispering in your ear, my brother, but right now they whispered in your ear about Triller. You see how that worked out. Now they're whispering in your ear telling you that you call shots when it comes to Josh Taylor, who came to America, by the way. He didn't say, hey, I don't want to come to nobody else's country. Josh Taylor said, you know what? I'm going to come to your trap and take over your trap. I'm going to come to somebody else's country in America where I'm not known, and I'm going to fight a Mexican-American, and Jose Ramirez, and I'm going to beat him in his own backyard in front of his judges, his judges and his team and everybody, where everything can go against me. I'm going to come over here and beat him and take his belts. So if Josh Taylor was willing to come to America to fight you to take your belt, to take an American belt to become undisputed, how do you feel like that you're in so much of a position of power that you're going to tell the undisputed champion of the world that's in a higher weight class that he's going to have to come to America to fight you, and that he's going to have to fight you at a catchweight that you are determining where they should fight at, where y'all should fight at? Nigga, please. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I know that, Teofimo might get upset about this and his team may get upset about this, but it's facts. This ain't no shade, it's facts. This as we say in Florida. No, I ain't gonna say it. Anyways. So Teofimo said, I want to put my undisputed titles up against your undisputed titles at a catchweight. And if I beat you, I get your belts. Plus, I have my status, my belts. And if you beat me, you can get my belts, and I get your belts. It doesn't work that way, though. Now, as a matter of fact, Josh Taylor has dismissed Teofimo Lopez's claims to be undisputed at lightweight, to be the undisputed lightweight champion. Once again, the guy that Teofimo Lopez wants to fight, that's in Scotland, live in the UK, Josh Taylor, undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. There's no dispute about that. There's no dispute about that at all. There's no dispute about that, right? Shout out to my main man on Retro Boxing, the documentaries.
Okay.
There's no dispute about Josh Taylor, right? Okay, now, but Josh Taylor says, look here, baby boy, check this out. My man, you ain't undisputed at lightweight champion. The guy who you want to fight doesn't even recognize you as being undisputed. And I'm going to break it down to you and tell you why. I'm going to show you the receipts. Lopez has entertained the idea of moving up to face Taylor, though claims he would not head over to Scotland for the fight. Now Teofimo Lopez is saying that he would fight Josh Taylor, but only at a catchweight. So I want to fight Josh Taylor. I want to fight him at a catchweight, and he's going to have to come to America to fight me. Overestimating your position on the chessboard. That's the theme in this show today. Maybe Teofimo Lopez feels as though he's in a position to call shots as it relates to Josh Taylor. Maybe Teo has learned his lesson from the purse bid fiasco with Triller when he was celebrating about how Triller won the purse bid between him and Kambosos. And we see how that turned out. Oh, we're going to show the receipts. But I remember my main man, Leonard Ellerbe, Pimpin' Ken is what I like to call him, or Snice His Nose, or Snuffleupagus, or Leonard Smellerby. Leonard Ellerbe He even said way back when this happened, right? He said that when the purse bid was won by Triller, that Bob Arum would have the last laugh. See, this has Bob Arum fingerprints all over it. Bob Arum told Teofimo Lopez, you got to be careful, son. You going all on Twitter laughing, think you rubbing it in Bob Arum face. Yeah, Bob, yeah, you know, somebody gonna pay me what I'm worth, baby boy. You trying to offer me 1.5 million, 2 million. I'm worth more than that. I beat Lomachenko. I'm selling out arenas all over the world. Everybody know me. Everybody, they know me. I can't even walk down the street without being flogged, without getting rushed by 1,000 women, 1,000 people. I'm telling you, as soon as I go on pay-per-view, I'm going to do millions. Remember that talk, guys? Remember that talk. Overestimating your position on the chessboard. And Teofimo Lopez is my guy. That's my favorite fight at 135. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to cap when it comes to what I perceive as someone overestimating his position. But let's keep going, though. Leonard Ellerbe said that at the end of the day, Bob Arum will have the last laugh. Right? Teofimo told Bob Arum that he's the A-side and he is a pay-per-view star. And all of his fights moving forward will be on pay-per-view. This is what Teofimo Lopez told Bob Arum back in February. Bob said, is that a fact, huh? Is that a fact? Oh, okay. All right, baby. Well, we'll go ahead and let's see how that work out. Right? Let's see how that work out. You see what I'm saying? Now, for some reason, when Triller won the purse bids, you know what I mean? Teofimo was really happy and excited, and I understand that. You see what I'm saying? Now, but there was a miscalculation because Teofimo and his pops, or whoever else is on his team, they thought that they was going to tell Bob Arum that they was running the show. Meanwhile, Bob Arum sat in the cut. This is what Leonard Ellerbe said. Guess who's got the last laugh now? Bob Arum. Teofimo ended up doing what? He ended up signing an extension with Bob Arum. The same guy who you was laughing at, you had to go back to. Yeah, man. Hey, man, this ain't working out, dog. I'm sorry about that. Kiss the pinky ring, not the pinky ring, the pinky ring. That's how we talk in Florida. Pinky. Yeah, man, look at my pinky, man. My pinky ring, man. Some old country talk. Right back to Bob, right? To add insult to injury, Josh Taylor doesn't even recognize Teofimo Lopez as being the undisputed champion, guys, as I said before. He doesn't even recognize it. Josh Taylor said that, this is what Josh Taylor said. He said that the regular WBC champion is Devin Haney. And Lopez is saying that he is an undisputed world champion when he's not. He only has 3 belts. And the WBC belt he does has is the franchise belt. This is what Josh Taylor said. I have the receipts. I'm going to show it to you. So the guy you want to fight, you're telling him you're going to put your undisputed status up against his undisputed status. He doesn't even recognize you as being undisputed. Josh Taylor says that the regular WBC champion is Devin Haney. He just shot him down just like that. Treat him like a real shouty. Not shorty, shouty. Right? Again, Josh Taylor said that Teofimo Lopez, you still have business to take care of at the lightweight division. But he's obviously just bumping his gums because he wants the big fights, which I do understand. This is what Josh Taylor says. But Josh Taylor said, if it happens, it happens. Right? Now that Triller is nearly $10 million in the hole, trying to promote a fight that was never going to happen, right? It was pushed back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, right? Teofimo ended up catching COVID right before a fight. Before that, Triller canceled it and rescheduled it because they didn't want to fight in Miami on the same week or something that Floyd Mayweather was fighting. Triller made a mistake too. They overestimated their position as it relates to Teofimo Lopez's drawing power. I'm gonna get into that as well, right? I'm going to get into that as well. Now that Triller's nearly $10 million in the hole promoting this fight, guys, they were forced to pull out of the Teofimo Lopez business. Now, we'll see how this plays out. But before Teofimo can even think about fighting Josh Taylor at a catchweight, which will never happen, Teo should focus on the Lomachenko rematch. He should focus on fighting Devin Haney. He should focus on fighting Tank Davis. Or if the zone picks up this match, he need to focus on fighting George Kambosos, right? So what do you guys think about Teofimo Lopez now wanting to fight Josh Taylor, guys, at a catchweight? Let's talk about this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Do that for the old boy. And you know I got the receipts. I had the receipts right here, guys. I had the receipts right here. I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking. I had the receipts right here, guys, and I want to show it to you. So before I show you guys the receipts, let me go to the chat. Let's talk to the chat. Peter Barnock says, fans are the only ones having the last laugh because no one cares if Teofimo fights or not. Tommy Hill says that I would tell you the real secret why Lopez is talking this way when Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, gave him the franchise title. That's why he's talking the way he's talking. Yeah. You're right about that, fam. You're right about that. You're right about that. Brother Till, you know how I feel about Mauricio Suleiman. He's sanctioned about it. Y'all know that. He said, damn, someone got to fight Haney. T.O. Tank. You know what, man? Peter Ortega. I tell you what. I'm 47 years old, right? I tell you what. Since Devin Haney can't get no decision, don't nobody want to fight Devin Haney. We gonna get, Bill, Bill Haney, since you going all around the world, getting on these different YouTube platforms, right? You're getting on all these different YouTube platforms, and you got these dudes disrespecting you, talking to you in any kind of way in these different platforms. Listen, I'm not going to disrespect you, sir. Why don't you come on back over here? Last time you was over here, Bill Haney, you came on here, you wanted me to read something, and then you just disappeared, got off the channel. And I do understand because, the Alphabet Boys don't want you associating yourself with me because I know that you have a strong family bond with the Alphabet Boys. Because they really push the narrative that you want them to push. That's not a problem. That's not none of my business. But Bill, won't you come on over here? Talk to the old boy, Coach Malachi Williams. Let the Alphabet Boys know, hey, you're a grown man. You go where you want to go at. You can come on over here. You're not going to be disrespected. Not going to overtalk you. I'm going to let you talk, say what you got to say. Since Devin Haney cannot get a fight, tell Devin I'll fight him. You guys, Bill Haney, make me an offer, I'll fight. Because obviously don't nobody in the 135-pound division wants to fight Devin Haney. So since they don't want to fight Devin Haney, the old boy will come out of retirement. Now, I was Golden Glove back in 1979. 79, I was Golden Glove. You know what I mean? But I still remember a little something. Just come on over here and make me an offer, and we'll get that taken care of. Let Devin know that he can have a fight this year with Coach Malachi Williams. Since don't nobody else want to fight. We can do that. We can do that. My baby man Blood says, I don't mess with them little guys. President Luke says, is it legit possible to win two divisions of hardware at the same time? No. Well, you can. You can. Like, let's say if you fight somebody, this is the thing though. If you fight them at a catchweight, I guess you have not really truly moved out of division. But once that person moves up, say I'm moving up in weight, I'm going out of that division, you have to drop that belt. You have to drop the belts. You know what I mean? That's my understanding of it. Real talk say, how you going to try Josh at a catchweight when Josh trying to move up to 147? Bro, he says, bias media hating on Latino fighters. If it ain't black, it's white. Y'all motto. Oh, brother. This is a troll. See, this guy right here is trying to make this a Latino thing. He's trying to make this a Latino thing. So I tell you what, if you feel that way, why don't you leave? You can leave and block yourself on your way out. Block yourself on your way out. This a goddamn fanboy. This is the Teofimo fanboy. This guy here says, what he says? He said, you a sellout. Ain't kidding no one. Well, if I'm a sellout, why are you over here? Why are you over here? But I appreciate the watch time I was on. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, or hit the dislike button. I appreciate that though, right? These trolls, they got their G-strings in a bunch today. He said, could you want to say the whole boy might be watched up? Hey, Jawan. Jawan said the old boy might be washed up. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, man. William Posey says, I give credit to Tio for the win on Loma. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He gets all the credit in the world. He gets all the credit in the world. Teofimo is a talented guy. Very talented guy. He's my guy at 135. But he says, when did Tio say a catchweight? I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. He said, equal opportunity out here. Yes, sir. We ain't playing. If you a guy who feel like that, I'm hating on Latinos and all that stuff that you trying to make it racial, leave and block yourself. I don't ask these trolls to come over here. You know, this is a non-fanboy channel. We hate fanboys over here. So if that's the way you feel about it, because I'm speaking my opinion and how I feel about the situation, guess what? You can leave. We don't care nothing about you race baiters and trolls and stuff like that. And if you feel like I'm a coon or a sellout, why are you over here? Why are you over here? But they come over here every day, though. Y'all notice that? They come every day. How y'all doing? How you doing, trolls? How you doing, trolls? How you doing, man? How you doing? You lonely for a conversation today? You don't like me, but you show up, and you in the chat right now. But you know what? Y'all go ahead and stay there. Y'all go ahead and stay there. Long as you don't disrespect women, talk bad about children, women and children are off limits, and as long as you ain't being racist, you can stay. Say what you want to say. You can kiss me all you want. It doesn't bother me. But anyways, I'm going to show you the receipts. I'm going to show you the receipts. The guy say, well, when did he say that? When did Teo say that? Teo ain't say that. Teo didn't say that. Boxing scene. BoxingScene.com. Primary source of information, right? That's the primary source of information. I don't want nobody thinking I'm capping, making stuff up. Ta-da! Teofimo Lopez wants catchweight bout against Josh Taylor with both undisputed titles at stake. Both undisputed titles at stake. Ain't that something? So, this article was written by Sean Nam. Sean Nam, October the 3rd, yesterday, Sunday, right? Teofimo Lopez has an idea for killing two birds with one stone. The unified lightweight champion, notice he said unified lightweight champion. Teofimo says he's undisputed. That's on the French fries belt, the IBF, the WBA. That's the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO, and the two French fries belts, right? That's what you got right there. Okay, cool. It says, the unified lightweight champion, WBA, WBO, IBF, thinks Josh Taylor, the undisputed junior welterweight champion, should meet him at a catchweight bout, in which they put their respective slew of titles, belts, on the line sometime in the near future. He said sometime in the near future, right? Meaning the winner becomes the top dog in two weight divisions. So this is what Teofimo Lopez said. Teofimo Lopez, this is a direct quote. This is an interview that Teofimo Lopez did with who? IFL TV. IFL TV. I'm hating, but this is what he said. They say I'm hating. They say I hate Hispanics, but that's what they say. So listen, bro, listen. I got black fans who say I'm a coon, Uncle Tom sellout. So I got black people who don't like me. I have Hispanics who don't like me. I have whites who don't like me. So guess what? I got three different races: blacks, Hispanics, and whites. Not all, but just some of the black trolls, the white trolls, and the Hispanic trolls who hate me. Hey man, I guess I am the king of pissing people off. Three different races. Okay, now Teofimo Lopez says we fight for both titles, both undisputed labels. Lopez recently told IFL TV, and we do a catchweight either at 138 or even 139. He said I'll even go up a little bit, so he has to drop 1 pound or 137 and a half. Either or, we do that. If Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis could do that at 130 and 135 for the WBA titles, why can't we do undisputed versus undisputed? Mix and match and do a catchweight in between those, and the winner becomes undisputed in both weight classes. Oh, hey. Oh, I gotta get some water on this one. They say, what Teofimo said that he ain't say that. I got the receipt right there. For this troll that's saying, go to IFL TV. I went to IFL TV, El Folio. It says the same thing. This is what he said on IFL TV. Why are you here, sir? I don't know why the show. I appreciate the watch time I was on. Sucker. Semper Fi till I die. You's an old chump. I love you, troll. Stay over here, keep giving me those watch time hours, though. And go report this back to your people. Remember that. Anyways, Love these guys. I love these trolls. I love them. So anyway, so he's saying that because Teofimo, he's saying that because Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz did something similar. This is his suggestion, right? He said, come on, this is boxing. If we're having YouTubers and everything else, why the F can't we have that happen over here, right? He said, we're already disrespected in the sport. Why not try to and do something like that? That's irrational. It's a question he asked. He said, although Lopez, 16-0 with 12 KOs, feels that he is the rightful undisputed lightweight champion, the WBC lightweight title technically currently belongs to who? Devin Haney. Lopez won the 3 other major belts at lightweight belts in 2020 after defeating Vasily Lomachenko. This is according to what the article says, and we know this is facts. Who shortly before the matchup was elevated to the WBC franchise champion designation, thus paving the way for Haney to become the sanctioning body's outright lightweight title holder. Let's read this again. Although Teofimo Lopez, 16-0 with 12 KOs, feels like he is the rightful undisputed lightweight champion, right? The WBC lightweight title technically currently belongs to who? Some guy by the name of Devin Haney from Oakland, California, the Bay Area. Lopez won 3 other major lightweight belts in 2020 after he defeated Vasily Lomachenko, who shortly before that matchup was elevated to the WBC franchise designation, thus paving the way for Devin Haney to become the sanctioning body's outright lightweight title holder. Lopez, as we know, was scheduled to fight mandatory challenger George Kambosos on October the 16th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. That fight is now in limbo after Triller, who held promotional rights for the fight, revealed Saturday that they were no longer interested in promoting the contest. Right? This is what happened, right? This is what happened. So, and there's more that he said. Teofimo said, I'm willing to put all of my belts up to do that, said of facing Taylor. He said, y'all got to ask Josh Taylor if he is willing to do that as well. He said, but don't tell me Jack Catterall is moving up to 147. If you don't know who Jack Catterall is, that's the guy who won Undisputed at from the UK, from Scotland, won Undisputed back in the day. So I guess he's making mockery. So he said, nah, my guy. He said, don't tell me Jack Catterall is moving up. He said, nah, my guy, don't do that. You're going to fight me. You talked all that smack about me. So I guess the smack that Teofimo was talking about because Josh Taylor did not recognize him as being undisputed. But let's move on. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to say. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to say. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to say. Postman says, Teo sound like a damn fool. Lawrence says, trolls think sports is real life. The race baiting is for the young, ignorant guys. And if you are over 30 and are race baiting, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, this is what they do. This is what they do. I'm trust. I am the most hated boxing content creator on YouTube. I can promise you that. They hate me. I get it from everywhere. But it's fine though. That's fine. I love it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to say about this. Let's see what Josh Taylor has to say about this. So remember over here, Teofimo said that he said right here that that Josh Taylor, you talked all that smack about me. He's saying that, hey, you're not going to move up to 147. You're going to fight me next. You talked all that smack about me. So what is the smack that Josh Taylor, that Teofimo Lopez is talking about? My good brother Teofimo. This is the smack right here, guys. This is the smack right here. So right here, guys, this is the zone, as you can see. This is the zone. Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez isn't the undisputed lightweight champion. He said this back on June 1st, 2021. He said Josh Taylor has dismissed Teofimo Lopez's claims to be undisputed lightweight champion ahead of a potential clash between the pair. Taylor defeated Jose Ramirez 2 weekends ago. This is at that time back in June, in May. He did that, but 2 weekends ago, to claim all 4 major belts. And he has since discussed another high-profile fight before he considers retirement. There are a few options on the cards, including WBO mandatory challenger Jack Catterall, right? Sorry about that. I got Jack Catterall confused with the guy from the UK guys who won Undisputed back in the day. Sorry about that. Player make mistakes too. Jack Catterall is the mandatory challenger to Jack Catterall is a mandatory challenger to Josh Taylor. I got him mixed up with the guy from the UK from Scotland who was Undisputed at Junior Welterweight. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. He has also said that he wants to move up to 147 pounds to fight Terrence Crawford. This is who Josh Taylor said he want to fight. He want to move up to fight Terrence Crawford, right? He but he said that he may wait for Lopez to move up to super lightweight. So he's not gonna, Josh Taylor's about what, 5'11"? I mean, I can't even see him fighting at a catchweight. That tall fighting at a catchweight? That tall fighting at a catchweight. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, I just saying. So, speaking to the, he said, so this guy say, speaking to the Scotsman, the 30-year-old Scot ran through his options. This is what Josh Taylor is saying. He said, I can also spend my entire career at 140 pounds. I'm not in a rush to go up to 147. I'm making the weight comfortable, right? This is what he said. He said, but me being me, I'm very ambitious. I now want to become a two-weight world. I now want to become a two-weight world champion. And that would be me really cementing my place in the history books. I'm an ambitious fighter, and that's what I want to do. Keep setting new goals. Now, look, this is check this out, guys. Lopez has entertained the idea of moving up to face Taylor. As we can see right here, he talked about it, but he's saying he want to fight the guy at the catchweight, right? Lopez has entertained the idea of moving up to face Taylor, though claims he would not head over to Scotland for the fight. So Teofimo Lopez, who's at 135, wants to fight Josh Taylor at a catchweight, not 140, and he's saying that, hey, I would not go over to Scotland to fight you, right? Though claims that he would not head over to Scotland. So Teofimo Lopez picks the weight, and he lets the guy know who's the champion, who's undisputed at 140. He tells this guy, hey, look, you need to come on over here and fight me in my country, right? However, Taylor believes that Lopez first must address the discrepancy of his own claims to be undisputed champion at the lightweight division. While the 23-year-old American holds belts from all governing bodies, his WBC is the franchise title taken from his victory over Vasily Lomachenko last year. The regular WBC champion is Devin Haney, who is this weekend secured his win over Jorge Linares. We know he secured his win over Jorge Linares, and we know that, Devin Haney was elevated to WBC champion because Vasily Lomachenko dropped the belt and he got elevated to franchise belt, which they now, depending on who you talk to, say this is the supreme belt. The franchise belt is the supreme belt. This is what certain people are saying, right? That's what they say. Lopez is saying that he is an undisputed world champion when he isn't. This is what Josh Taylor is saying. I didn't say this. Josh Taylor is saying this. Lopez is saying that he is an undisputed world champion when he isn't. So this is the smack. So when Teofimo Lopez says that you talk smack about me, this is the smack that he's talking about. Josh Taylor is not recognizing him as undisputed. Josh Taylor is saying that he's saying that he is undisputed champion when he isn't. He only has 3 belts. He still has business to take care of at the lightweight division. But he's obviously just bumping his gums because he wants to big fights, which is understandable. And if that happens, it happens, Taylor explained. You see what I'm saying? And he said that I'd happily take the fight and cut him down to size. I bring him down to earth, we'll bang. I genuinely think I beat him up if we ever meet, yada, yada, yada. So that's just trash talk. But Teofimo feel kind of slighted because Josh Taylor is saying that, hey, listen, man, you're not undisputed. This is what he's saying. Now, whichever side of the fence you guys want to be on, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right? But I say this, when you overestimate your position on the chessboard, right? Teofimo is the guy at 135. No one is disputing that. Teofimo is the man at 135. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. He has the franchise belt. He has the WBO, the WBF, the WBO, talking about WBO, the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA belt. We know this, and he got a franchise. We know this, right? I think he has a Ring magazine too. I think he has a Ring magazine, if I'm not mistaken, right? But now, that's at 135. So, in order for you to call shots at someone at another weight division, that means you would have to be has such a huge star power. You must have star power that's so strong to where you must entice this guy to say, hey, this guy is a star. He has star power. Kind of like how Floyd Mayweather was able to, get fighters at catchweights. Kind of how like Manny Pacquiao was able to fight fighters at catchweight because they were such big superstars in their own right that the fighters who were at bigger weights than them that were willing to come down and fight at a catchweight, they were willing to make that change for that guy because the guy that's making that request is a superstar. Teofimo Lopez, he's very talented in the ring. But is he a bigger star than Tank Davis? No, he's not. He's not. He's just simply not, right? So, and this is what Bob Arum was telling him when he went on this purse bid fiasco months ago. I'm the A side, I beat Vasily Lomachenko, and I do understand what he's saying. I beat Vasily Lomachenko, I deserve to get paid more money. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to get paid more money or not. Who am I to say what a fighter should get paid and what should not be paid, right? But apparently his promoter, Bob Arum, felt like, hey, the type of money that you want, you do not demand that kind of money. You know what I mean? You don't demand that kind of money because you ain't doing pay-per-views, right? And you ain't selling out venues. This is what Bob Arum is saying. So, Bob is already kind of cheap anyways with the bread. We know Bob is cheap with the bread. He got a net worth of $300 million and some, but we know Bob is kind of just saying, hey, listen, man, this is what you worth. Triller, apparently, when they won the purse bid, they overpaid for that fight. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. You say, what you mean? What you mean, man? What you mean they overpaid for the fight? What you mean they overpaid for the fight? And this article is on boxingscene.com. This article is everywhere. This article is on Twitter. This article is everywhere. Which I showed you, the boxingscene.com, right? I showed you that, right? I showed you that. Let's see what Leonard Ellerbe is saying right here, though, guys. Let's see what Leonard Ellerbe is saying right here. Right here, Leonard is laughing at the situation. This is on Twitter, right? Leonard Ellerbe, I call him Garage Nose, but Leonard Ellerbe is laughing at the situation. He said, I told everyone back then, Arum would have the last laugh. He told Arum, meaning he's saying Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo told Arum that he's the A side and he's a pay-per-view fighter in all this and all his fights moving forward on are pay-per-view fights. This is what Teofimo told Bob Arum back after he beat Vasily Lomachenko. This is what he said, right? And I understand to be so. Listen, he beat the guy, so you can't blame him. You can't blame him, right? You can't blame him for feeling that way. But he overestimated his position on the chessboard, right? When you're a pawn, you can't call the shots like you're a bishop or a rook or a knight or even a queen. You see what I'm saying? You making progresses. Once Teofimo get in that position, the way he can call the shots like that, then it's a whole nother ball game. But everybody ain't Canelo Alvarez, right? Everybody's not Canelo. So, Leonard Ellerbe said, I told everyone Arum would have the last laugh in the end. And I'm pretty sure this whole thing with Triller and Bob Arum got his fingerprints all over this. He told Arum he's the A side and he's a pay-per-view fighter. And all his fights from this point forward will be pay-per-view fights. He won a big fight, which he beat Vasily Lomachenko, and him and his pops thought that they were going to tell Arum they're running the show now. Meanwhile, Arum sat in the cut. Leonard Ellerbe got laughing emojis right here. Now, I'm not going to lie. Leonard Ellerbe was right. Leonard Ellerbe was right. And I'm not upset with Teofimo Lopez. He's my favorite fighter at 135. Has to be. He beat Lomachenko. He's my favorite fighter at 135. And I'm not upset with Teofimo Lopez. He's 23-year-old kid, right? So he has a lot to learn. Right? He has a lot to learn. You see what I'm saying? So Teofimo Lopez has a lot to learn. So I'm not jumping down Teofimo Lopez's throat. But his team, guys, they overplayed their position. Bon Scott says, what the F Josh going to do with lightweight belts when he's moved up to 147? Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Josh Saylor ain't got us to do with 147. He ain't got no business going up every top welterweight the fighter beats him. Well, I kind of believe that as well. But hey, man, the man can do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? At 147, if he wants to move up, so be it. You understand what I'm saying? The Pit says Loma wasn't the guy. Was he a pay-per-view star? No, he wasn't a pay-per-view star at all. Loma couldn't sell nothing either. Some fighters are just, they very talented, but they can't sell. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So that's all I'm saying. Like, you have to know your position on the chessboard. You have to know your position on the chessboard. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. So this is what Leonard was saying back then. Now, Leonard was right about this. Now, I remember this like it was yesterday. This brother here rolled boxing. He said, everybody remember all that celebrating about how the bid on Lopez Kambosos was a win for fighters getting their worth, and others like it. And I guess he said others were like, it's an insane bid and good luck with that. The latter won the argument. So what he was saying was the excitement from Teofimo Lopez, his dad, and his camp. The excitement and everybody who supported him. Because didn't nobody know that it was going to turn out like this. Nobody knew it was going to turn out like this. I didn't. Nobody knew this. So for me to sit back and say, yeah, man, everybody knew this was going to be like this. Now, but Leonard Ellerbe did. Leonard Ellerbe knew. Leonard knew. Leonard knew. Leonard knew, guys. Leonard knew. Leonard knew what the lick was going to be. Because he said, he called the shot on that, right? Everybody was celebrating. Now come to find out Triller has pulled out of it. They done with it. Leonard knew back then. So hey, man, he knows. I gotta call it like it is. But they were celebrating. They should celebrate. But Triller overpaid for the fight apparently, because this how it works, right? The market determines how much you should get paid. The market being the people who are willing to pay to see you fight. If there is a demand for you, the market will determine what your worth is. If there's not a demand for you, right, you got to try to negotiate the best price that you can for your skill set. And you have to work on building your fan base and becoming stronger, right, in order to win the market over. The market is the people, right? Canelo Alvarez, he has the market. When he fights, they come out. Anthony Joshua, he has the market. When he comes out in this country, they come out. When he come out in other countries, they come out. Outside of hell, even in the U.S., they came out here, right? When he fought in Madison Square Garden. So Tank Davis, when Tank fights in Atlanta, they come out. Now, he may not be doing extravagant pay-per-view numbers, but PBC and Mayweather Promotions are making a profit on Tank because they don't have to pay a whole lot of upfront money on the front end. You see what I'm saying? When you don't have to pay a whole lot of upfront money on the front end, when you do 200,000, 215, 230,000 pay-per-view buys, that's a success because you paid the challenger 500,000 and you paid the champion $1 million. And you say, hey, listen, anything that's left extra after we recoup our money and get our profit, you guys split it 60-40. That's how that works, right? So, you see what I'm saying? So that's how that pretty much works. So I don't know if Teofimo has ever sold out a venue yet. I don't know that yet, guys. But let's go over here. Chavo says on new media on Devin beats Teo for Undisputed. That's why he's trying to fight everyone but Devin. I don't know, man, because Teofimo is a bad boy. Devin Haney is a bad boy. And Styles, hey, Chavo, Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Arthur says Coach, Teo is not the best at 135 until he beats Devin Haney. I listen, and I hear you. All I'm saying is, I'm just saying for me, right? This is my subjective opinion, Arthur. It's just for me. I'm saying Teofimo, he beat Comey, he beat Nakatani. That's the dude named Nakatani, right? He beat Nakatani, and he beat Vasily Lomachenko. So the only guy to fight at 135 is Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying so far, the guys he beat, I got to take my hat off to him. It's not his fault that Lomachenko dropped the WBC belt and he was elevated to the franchise belt. And then Devin Haney, because he was the WBC interim champion, he got elevated to the real WBC champion. That's not Haney's fault. That's not Teo's fault. It all falls on Mauricio Sulaiman. To be fair. He said Usyk moved up to heavyweight. He's now the champ now. Yeah, but Usyk once Usyk moved up, he wasn't able to take the cruiserweight belts with him. But you see what I'm saying though? All I'm saying is the brother's very, very talented, but from a shot calling standpoint, he's not that guy. From a shot calling standpoint. Bob Arum, man, I kind of think Bob has something to do with this. Bob has something to do with this. He said, Self said, taking nothing from Haney. He's a great fighter, but Teo wins. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. I really do, right? But check this out, guys. We're going to see this, right? And this is what started the fiasco. What turned out to be a level fair for Teo and Triller, what was thought a level fair has now turned out to be a nightmare. It said 3 months after the resounding success of promoting a Mike Tyson exhibition match, which Mike Tyson and them has said they have not got all of their money from Triller as of yet, right? Triller Fight Club rocketed the boxing world on February 26th when it won the rights to promote Teofimo Lopez Undisputed Lightweight defense title with an astoundingly high bid of $6 million, $6.018 million. So they're saying right here it's undisputed, right? There's a dispute about this in several different places, right? But that's neither here nor there. On Saturday, which that was back then, that was what, a couple days ago. Now, Saturday, 2 days ago. Sorry about that. On Saturday, nearly $10 million in the hole with several date changes, no fight, and nothing to show for it. Triller's COO, Chief Operating Officer, that's the guy who pretty much controls the money, Chief Operating Officer, told Yahoo Sports it has given up on promoting the IBF mandatory title defense between Lopez and George Kambosos as it recharts its course. So, the COO of Triller says, we're done. It's a done data. We're out of the George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez business. The fight ain't happening. So, from what I'm hearing, and I won't know until this has been confirmed, right? From what I am hearing, that DAZN is next in line to win that purse bid. So that means that this fight will fall in the lap of Eddie Hearn in DAZN, right? It's a COO, Thorstein Meyer, said that Triller will no longer promote what has become, or said what became known as the Freak Show or the Carnival Act fights featuring long retired boxers and celebrities. So they say that they will no longer do that anymore, right? As it relates to the celebrities. It said that it will try to create a new entertainment platform that combines well-known musical acts and legitimate and competitive boxing matches. So they had a little situation with the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight. And Triller does all this crazy stuff. They do all this crazy stuff, right? They do all this crazy stuff. But let's keep going on, right? It said, but Triller never followed up on its success. And they took a financial beating trying to get Lopez and Kambosos into the ring. Some of it was Triller's own fault, but much of it, like Lopez contracting COVID with less than a week before the fight, was not Triller's fault, right? So it was both parties' fault, to be fair. You see what I'm saying? If Teofimo caught COVID, ain't nothing he can do about that. You know what I mean? COVID is going around. It is what it is, right? A lot of events, it says the events kept scuttling the bout until this week when Triller had enough and tapped out. Triller said, we done. They said with the advertising we lined up, the performance marketing we lined up, the radio spots, the television spots, all this stuff, quite frankly, it's fair to say that at the moment, we're between $9 million and $10 million in promotional dollars in the hole. Promotional dollars, promotional money that we spent to promote this fight. They're in the hole. And they said we've gotten nothing out of it. And this is why we're saying enough is enough. So now, why have all of this stuff transpired? Back to what I was saying, guys, understanding your position on the chessboard, right? Triller thought that, because no one in America knows who George Kambosos is. Let's be honest with this, guys. No one in America knows who George Kambosos is, right? No one knows who he is. Facts. No one knows who George Kambosos is, right? So Triller was banking on the fact that Teofimo Lopez had enough star power that we would promote this fight and people would come out in droves to see Teofimo Lopez. They miscalculated on this. Right? They said that they're like $9-10 million in the hole and they've got nothing out of it. Different dates, Fight keep getting rescheduled. They had poor one time the fight got rescheduled because it was poor ticket sales. It was rumored that they only sold like 2,000 tickets to this fight. Literally, the fight couldn't sell. This is what Bob Arum was saying. This is what Bob Arum told Teofimo Lopez months ago, back in February. He said, look here, kid, you ain't a star like that. You ain't selling like that. This is not a big fight. You and George Kambosos. You want $3-4 million for this fight. This is not a $3-4 million fight. No one knows who this kid is, and you're not a draw like that. Teofimo thought otherwise. His team thought otherwise. They found out that that's not the case. You see what I'm saying? Teofimo is an excellent fighter, but he's not. He's overestimated his position. His team, I would say his team, because he's only 23. Teofimo's only 23. So I'm not even going to put this on Teofimo. His team overestimated his position. Meyer, it said, how Triller fumbled the bag. It said, Meyer said Kambosos and his team quit responding to them, showing a $37,000 airplane flight from Australia to the U.S. on September the 29th. It was initially demanding $400,000 from Triller to agree to move the fight from October the 4th to October the 16th. Lopez agreed to move only for a purse advance, but Kambosos, who was the B-side, wanted to be paid additional money. As the mandatory challenger, he would have gotten a career-high $2.1 million purse. This is what Kambosos would have got paid. Under the IBF rules, for the purse bid, Lopez was champion, got 65% of the purse bid, which means he will make $3.9 million. So this was close to the $4 million that Teofimo said he wanted from Bob Arum for this fight. Bob Arum said, kid, you're blowing it. This is not you're not a draw like that. You're not a draw like that, right? And to be fair, if Tank stays at 135, guys, I think Tank is the biggest. He might be the biggest draw at the 135-pound division. To be honest, I would have to do some more research on that from a fact standpoint. But just me looking at the eye test, I think that from what Tank has accomplished and him selling out a venue, I think that he might be the biggest name at 135 if he stays in that division. I think because Tank is not going to fight at 140, so I think he's going to fight at 135. If he stay at 135, I think Tank is that guy at 135. You see what I'm saying? From a doing the pay-per-view, and I'm selling out. I think the Georgia Dome where the Atlanta Falcons play it, right? It says Triller has requested the IBF to rule Kambosos in default in order a new purse bid feature Lopez and the next highest available contender, Isaac Cruz. So the IBF responded that it would not be available for October the 4th through the 7th and would rule on Triller's request after that date. Now, it says here that Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sports was the second highest bidder on February 26th, bidding $3.5 million for that fight. They bid $3.5 million for that fight, right? So what does that mean, guys? Let's go over here. Let's look at the math. Let's see. 3.5 mil for the fight, right? 165%. So that means Teofimo will get like $2 million and some change, $2.2 million, something like that. That's what he'll get. Somewhere up in there, right? It said Lopez will get $2.28 million, kind of like what I figured out just now on the calculator. I didn't even read this here. And Kambosos will get $1.2 million. Each fighter will owe money. It said each fighter will owe money from the purses to their promoters. Top Rank in Lopez's case, and Lou Diabella in Kambosos' case. So if Eddie Hearn get this bid, $2.28 million, Lopez will get paid that, right? But of course, IRS got to get their money. And then, the promoter got to get their money, right? So whatever, after everybody get paid, that's whatever's left, that's what they're going to have. You see what I'm saying? So as you can see that they pulled out of the fight right there. Triller pulled out of the fight. So we're going to see what's going to happen with Teofimo Lopez. But as it relates to the Josh Taylor situation, as I said before, guys, he's not in the position to tell Josh Taylor, someone who's undisputed at another weight class, that, hey, I want to fight you, but you're going to have to fight me over here in America, and I want to fight you at a catchweight. If you fight, I'm pretty sure Josh Taylor can sell out probably an arena or somewhere of that sort in Scotland. You see what I'm saying? He can do that. So I would think that he would be the bigger draw Not over here in America. Not over here in America, but he has a country behind him. And in America, Teofimo doesn't have that following like that. Maybe he will get it in the future, but as of right now, he doesn't have that following like that. You see what I'm saying? He's a great talent, but is he a draw? I don't think anyone is a bigger draw at 135. If Tank Davis stays there, I don't think anyone is a bigger draw than Tank. But you guys can debate that. He said Cruz Lopez will be a great fight. Yeah. That'll be a good fight. Chris Carr says Haney would beat the snot out of T.O.'s. He's not skilled. No, I don't know about that now. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Chris. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, fam. I don't know about that now. I mean, that'll be a good fight. Styles make fights. Lopez be better fighting Loma. That'll be a great fight. Yeah, that'll be a great fight in the rematch as well. Self says T.O. at 23 has done a lot. Yes, he has. He's done a lot. We can't take that away from him. Jorge Perez says that nobody makes a lot of money in top rank. I think the highest paid guy at top rank is Terrence Crawford. Ronald Finkley says the little guys better stop chasing Taylor. Yeah, they got to. It's like Boo Boo Andrade, and you know I do love the pull up. You do know I love the pull up. I love the pull up guys. You know what I mean? So I respect the fact that Boo Boo Andrade pulled up on Canelo at his press conference. I do respect that. But the simple fact is, dude, you are 168. You are a 160 pounder. Canelo is fighting at 168. You're not even in his division to be calling him out. Move up to his division and then call him out. You see what I'm saying? Move up to his division and then call him out. Halim say casual fans are like Lewis fans. Earth is flat. Halim, there you go with the Lewis. Jerry Watts says that that's why Haney gives BS then fights another D-level fighter. I'm saying, like, you know, in Haney's case, to be fair, Haney he has mandatories that pull out on him. Haney, he has mandatories that pull out on him. John Collins says, T.O. just promoting, coach. Promoting what, though? John Collins, promoting what, though? He say, Tank smashes T.O., coach. Real talk, say Tank smashes T.O. That'll be a good fight because both of them have knockout power. Both of them has knockout power. Self said, dude, speak off emotions, not accomplishments or resume. Both of them have knockout power, man. You know what? To be honest with you, I think Tank and Teofimo Lopez, they have very similar styles. Arthur Hawkins says T.O. needs to fight Devin Haney. I tell you what, if he fight Devin Haney, I don't think if he win, I don't think there would be. I would think all of the sanctioning bodies will recognize him, and there won't be no discrepancy if he fights Devin Haney and beat him. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. You know what I mean? Whether that happens or not, I don't know. Daniel says you need to take that up with Mauricio. Yeah, they got to take it up with Mauricio. He says T.O. and Loma accomplished the most. T.O. and Loma the most accomplished at 135 hands down. Absolutely on King Los. No one can argue that. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko has accomplished the most at 135-pound division. That's facts. Stephen UK said Fury is the highest paid guy top rank. Yeah, you're right about that. I forgot all about Tyson Fury. Outside of Tyson Fury is Terrence Crawford. Sorry about that. I was going to say Lopez is too small for Taylor, but I said that before Usyk fought AJ. Lopez walks around at that. He can fight at 140. Lopez can fight at 140. You know what I mean? Lopez can fight at 140. He can fight at 140. Pony Loke says Tank can outsell Lopez on ticket sales. Yeah. I think so. Tank, let me tell you something. When Tank fight at the Georgia Dome, he bring him out, dog. He bring him out. I remember when Shelton went, and he said by the time Tank had got in the ring to fight, it was a whole bunch of You know, it was a whole bunch of you know what I mean, fans out there. Whole bunch. It was sold out. So Tank do bring them out. Tank do bring them out. Tank brings them out. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Helene says true, Coach. Scots are crazy fans. Hold on, guys. Yeah, the Scots gonna come out. The Scots gonna come out. Stephen in the UK say Tio has a lot more wrinkles and has shown a lot more wrinkles in his game than Tank has. It'll be a good fight, as far as I'm concerned. It'll be a good fight at far as I'm concerned. Daniel says all of the sanctioned bodies do accept him. No, they don't. I can show it to you. I showed it. I showed that I showed that on I'm gonna tell you right now. All of the sanctioning bodies. Well, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you're talking about Undisputed, no, that's not true. I can show you that like that. I can pull up the WBC, WBO, IBF, and WBA. King Low says they be hating on Tio so much that even if he beats Devin, they'll say Taylor or Tank will knock him out. The brother say this brother here says that King Low says Tio versus Tank will be explosive. Yeah, somebody getting knocked out in that fight. Somebody getting knocked out in that fight. Daniel says that he say Punch just made a video. All right. That's fine. Still Chef said that the LDBC already saying Fury has a new plan to cheat. What's the plan? What's the plan? Self said that why Haney won't fight Loma. That would be a great fight. That would be a great fight. That'd be a damn good fight. Will Bob Arum make that fight? Will Bob Arum make that fight? Right? That's the thing. Because we know that Bob Arum, you know, pretty much no fighter can, you know, everybody has to do what their handlers tell them to do. That'll be up to Bob Arum to make that fight. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Evie says that Tank has no defense, getting hit by Leo and Barrios. Tio's more. He's gonna have to fight Kambosos, especially if it goes to there. After the Kambosos fight, we'll see where it goes at. What's gonna have to happen, guys, is this: these different promotional companies are going to have to want to do business with each other. But we already heard Floyd say that they only do in-house fights. Chris Carr said Tio versus Tank is a definite knockout. Either way, that's why I don't think either one of them can beat Haney. He's too defensively skilled, in my opinion. What do you think, Coach? I don't know, man, because you know you can make an argument both ways. Devin Haney is defensively skilled. Some people say, well, he got hurt against Linares. Yes, everybody gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when guys, it like, you know, I think today's boxing fans, they're more like, if a person gets hit one time, he has no defense, or he got hit, or if a person gets hurt, he got hurt. And I think they forget that it's a boxing match. Fighters get hit, fighters get hurt. This is what happened in boxing. But at the end of the day, all that matters is the end result. The end result is all that matters. What the end result is at the end of the day is all that matters, right? So that's what matters. Steve in the UK with the AK, he said Fury's new plan equals showing up for the fight. Yeah, this is going to be his first title defense. Pro Boxing Media says Tank got hit by them because he wasn't worried about their power. Yeah. Arthur Hawkins says Coach, franchise belt gave to Lomo to duck Devin Haney. What we do know about the franchise belt is that unlike any other championship belts, when you're a champion, you have to fight your mandatories. That's how it's supposed to be. So whoever is your mandatory, by you being the champion, you have to fight your mandatories. That's what makes the championship belt a championship belt. You have to defend that title consistently. The franchise belt, you don't have to. There's no mandatory. You don't have to fight anybody. You can pick and choose who you want to fight. You can fight a guy that's ranked number 99, or ranked number 30, or ranked number 15. Who knows? You know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. That's the difference. Halim says, I called Josh Taylor. He laughed. Yeah, man, shout out to Josh Taylor.
Hey, okay.
Thanks, Halim, for sending me that shirt, the MTK Global shirt, too. Pro Boxing Media, you might have a point, though, brother. Right up the storm, what you say, fam? He said, I think this is why Teo doesn't want to fight Haney. He doesn't want to be the B-side with the cash purse. I don't know who would be the A-side or the B-side in that. Now, I would say Teo would be the A-side for the simple fact that he has the most belts. You know that old argument, the guy he's done the most work in the division, in the division. He collected more belts. You know what I mean? He's done more in the division. So Teo would have to be the A-side if him and Tank fight each other. He would have to be the A-side. Not Tank. Sorry about that. If him and Haney fight each other. I said Tank. Sorry about that. If him and Haney fight each other. If him and Tank fight each other, that's going to if Teo and Tank fight each other, you already know how that's going to go out. Leonard is going to say, look, what have you sold? You don't even put butts in seats. Tank is a pay-per-view star. Tank has done 200,000 here, 240 or 50,000 there, or whatever his numbers are. I don't know the exact numbers. How many pay-per-view have you sold? He's going to say none. Which venues have you sold out? Tank has sold out this and that. So you automatically know where that's going to go at. You automatically in the right of the storm. You know where that's going to go at. We already know how Leonard going to play it. We know how Leonard going to play it. You see what I'm saying? But that's how he's going to play it. But if you look at, as a matter of fact, we can pull this up. Hold on. As a matter of fact, we can pull this up. Let's see. Let's pull this up, guys. Let's pull this up. Bear with me one moment, guys. I'm going to pull this up right quick. Let's pull up Teofimo Lopez right quick. He's got it the hard way. Teofimo got it the hard way. Josh Taylor did too, though. Both guys did it. As a matter of fact, both guys very similar. Between Teofimo and Lomachenko, guys. Between Teofimo and Lomachenko, Teofimo got it the hard way. Nakatani, that was a hell of a fight. Richard Comey, that was a hell of a fight. He stopped him in the second round. Vasily Lomachenko, he beat him in the 12th round. It's a unanimous decision. These three fights right here gave Teofimo the best resume, right? Because he beat this guy. He beat this guy. Now, some would argue that and dispute that, and I'm not here to argue it or dispute it. But, but you could say, hey, listen, wait a minute. Lomachenko fought Pedraza. He fought Jorge Linares. He fought Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux moved up in weight, but he fought Rigondeaux. He beat Jorge Linares. He beat Pedraza. He beat Anthony Croya. He beat Luke Campbell. He beat Nakatani, and he's fighting Richard Comey. If he beat him, he'll have that on there. But he lost to Lopez, right? Now, Martin Ramos, what's going on, fam? Now, if you look at, but Teofimo argument is this: I beat this guy. Now, you can say, hey, you know what Lomachenko had a couple of more signature fights than Teofimo, but Teofimo, you can't take away from what he's done. You see what I'm saying? So now the argument would be, I can hear the argument now. Tank ain't done that in the division. Devin Haney, who has he fought? Shout out to the Queen Arlette in the building.
Hey, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So both of these guys are very similar. Teo and Lomachenko, and then if you look at Josh Taylor at 140, very similar. All three of these guys has dog in them. Teo, Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, right? But Teo don't call any shots with Josh Taylor at 140 pounds. He making call shots at 135, but at 140, you don't call any shots. He don't call shots at 135, right? You know what I mean? This is just facts. This is just facts. And I think he kind of understands that now. This is what Bob Arum was trying to tell him. I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Arum kind of sabotaged this whole purse bid thing with Triller. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. And I think maybe this is why Teofimo ended up signing an extension with Top Rank. But these guys got it the hard way. So now, some would say that, hey, listen, but Devin Haney ain't did nothing at 135. Some would say that. Some would say that. Daniel, is that how you feel? You feel like how you feel? Do you feel Devin Haney's done anything at 135? Because some would say that. Because we can pull up Tank right here, guys. Let's pull up Tank right here. Let's pull up Tank right here. Can we listen? But I'm telling you how this is going to go. Leonard is going to say, we ought to know this, right? Because Leonard says it's about putting butts in seats. Leonard says it's about putting butts in seats. So this is what Leonard is going to say. He's going to play the numbers game. Now, Tank hasn't had any fights at well, how many fights he had at 135? He beat Leo Santa Cruz at 135, and then he immediately moved up and beat Mario Barrios, right? So let's look at it, guys. Now, I know what you're gonna say. You know what I mean? So some of the fans are gonna come together and say, "Hey, man, this guy hasn't fought anybody. He doesn't deserve to fight this guy. He need to fight somebody. And then when he fights somebody, then he'll earn his shot to fight. He'll earn his shot to fight whoever the case may be." So let's look at it. Arlette says Teo shouldn't be calling shots, period. What the hell does he think he is? Coach promised he was going to do a show about this. I'm glad he did. Yeah. I had to do a show about it because, you know, again, from a business standpoint and a marketability standpoint, I think that Teofimo's team, because he's only 23 years old, Arlette. So I'm gonna say his team. He's only 23. He's a kid. His team is overestimating his position on the chessboard. He's a phenomenal talent. But I'm telling you, if Teofimo and was to go to the negotiating table with the Tank Davis or anybody, right? We know what Leonard Ellerbe is going to say. Old Garage knows. So some people are going to say, well, hey, listen, Haney hasn't fought anybody. You know, who Haney fought? He fought Gamboa. He got rocked by Jorge Linares. Teofimo fought him, not Teofimo. Lomachenko fought Jorge Linares. He stopped him in the 10th round. That was a good fight. I saw that fight. So the people are going to say that, hey, Devin Haney hasn't, he ain't done nothing. He got a weak resume. Right? That's what they're going to say, right? That's what they're going to say. They're going to say Devin Haney has a weak resume at 135, justifying that the reason why this guy, Teofimo Lopez. See, this is what's going on, guys. This is what I see going on. Instead of us getting Teofimo or Vasily Lomachenko fighting Tank because of this promotional beef, Cold War that's going on between Top Rank and Al Haymon PBC, we're not going to see these fights, guys. But the fans and the supporters would turn around, and even the fanboys, they'll turn around and say, hey, because this guy doesn't have the resume, he doesn't deserve to fight this guy. That's what they're going to say, right? And then they're going to say, hey, at 135, who has Tank beat at 135? Tank only had one fight at 135 at lightweight. He beat Leo Santa Cruz. Let's see. Well, no, he won the vacant lightweight title. He beat Gamboa, won the vacant WBA lightweight title. That's what it says right here. And then he fought Leo Santa Cruz lightweight. So Tank had 2 fights. So people would say, the argument would be that, hey, man, listen, Tank only had 2 fights. And his resume is not better than Teofimo Lopez's resume or Vasily Lomachenko's resume, thus justifying that we shouldn't see Tank fight any one of these guys because he doesn't have the resume these guys has. And they say the same thing with Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying? And as long as we have this mentality, we won't get the fights. You understand what I'm saying? He say, I just wrote he has no right to call shots when it comes to Taylor. Oh, you're talking about somebody else. But you guys get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, we use these resumes to say, hey, because this guy hasn't fought this, he hasn't fought that, they don't deserve to fight each other, right? But if Haney and Gervonta Davis, listen, if you got Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and Vasily Lomachenko, 4 great fighters fighting at 135, they should fight each other. They should fight each other. There's no reason why, well, Teofimo and Lomachenko already fought each other. There's no reason why Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis shouldn't fight each other. Right? There's no reason why Devin Haney and Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez or Teofimo and Lomachenko fought each other already. Whether Teofimo decides to rematch Lomachenko or not, at least they fought each other already. Vasily Lomachenko's fault for not putting a rematch clause in the contract. That was his fault, right? But at least they fought each other. But the argument is going to be, guys, I'm telling you right now, I've seen it 1,000 times. They're going to say that, hey, Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. Gervonta Tank Davis ain't fought nobody at lightweight. But Leonard is going to counter and say, hey, listen, Tank Davis put butts in seats. Tank Davis is doing these type of numbers in pay-per-view. Tank Davis is doing these type of numbers at the Georgia Dome. That's the advantage that Tank Davis has over Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and Lomachenko. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. That's the advantage that Tank has over those guys. All of this stuff is smoke and mirrors to keep these fighters from fighting each other, in my opinion. In my opinion. Miami kids say Tank definitely not stepping in there with Lomachenko or Teo. He been ducking Loma for years and is content to fight for Mickey Mouse belts. That is the argument as well, Miami kid. That is the argument as well that Tank Davis' career has been strategically choreographed. As Don House would say. Tank Davis' career has been strategically choreographed. They have good matchmaking fights for Tank to make sure that he doesn't fight the tough competition at 135. He only had 2 fights there at 135. That's the argument too, right? That's the argument too. We're gonna attack this. We're gonna attack this from every angle. We're gonna attack this from every angle. Haleen said true, coach. We're gonna attack this from every angle. We're gonna attack this from every angle. We got this troll that's there. I don't know. I'm not even gonna pay this guy no attention. I'm gonna just let you stay here and give me the watch time hours. I appreciate you, troll. I'm not even gonna address this troll. They hate me, but they love coming over here. I appreciate you though. But anyways, it says Carlos said that say when it was Teo versus Loma, it should have been Tank versus Haney and Ryan versus Roland. Listen, Carlos, I totally agree with that. Listen, you don't get no argument with me on that. All of them should be fighting each other. I totally agree with that. Instead of sitting around waiting on Loma and Teo, these guys should have been mixing it up. Tank and Haney should have been mixing it up. Ryan and Rolly. Well, listen, Ryan Garcia is an Instagram model. He's not a fighter anymore. He's an Instagram model. You see what I'm saying? He's an Instagram model. And he'll bring a C-class fighter for Tank. That's what they're saying, though, right? I'm just being honest with you guys. So we know what the argument is going to be. Now, to me, all of these fighters will fight each other. Devin Haney is not afraid of anyone. Gervonta Davis is not afraid of anyone. Teofimo, he definitely ain't afraid of anyone. And Lomachenko is not afraid of anyone. I want to believe this. I'm going to give all 4 of these guys the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give all 4 of these guys the benefit of the doubt, right? I don't think any of these fighters are afraid of anybody. But let me ask you guys a question in the chat. Based on what I'm showing you here, Lomachenko has fought Jorge Linares. He fought on Guillermo Ringendahl. He fought Linares. He fought Jose Pedraza. He fought on Anthony Croya. He fought Luke Campbell in the UK. He fought Luke Campbell in the UK, right? He fought Teofimo Lopez. He lost to him. He fought Nakatani, and now he's going to fight Richard Coleman. Now, Teofimo Lopez, guys, he's trying to fight George Kambosos, and George Kambosos is trying to fight Teofimo Lopez, but we know that's in the air right now. That's in the air right now. Lomachenko, he fought Lomachenko and beat him. He fought Richard Coleman, and he fought Nakatani, right? So we know that these two guys have the strongest resume in the lightweight division, right? We know that. Where do you rank Tank Davis and Devin Haney in the lightweight division? That's what I want to ask you guys. Where do you rank Devin Haney and Tank Davis in the lightweight division as it relates to, Teofimo Lopez and Tank Davis? Where do you rank these guys? I just want to know. Arthur Hawkins says, Coach, start reading the haters' message. Give them no play here. You're right about that, fam. I ain't gonna say nothing to the haters. You're right about that, fam. You hit the nail right on the head. Thank you for checking me, Arthur. You were right. I was supposed to be checked on that. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Danny says, Haney should fight Nakatani, Coleman, or Loma. Tio beat all three. I agree with that. Haney hasn't beat Verdeo yet. You're right about that. Tank has power, good speed, and a chin versus Tio. Mirror image 50-50, 80 million in belt prize money for TMT. 80 million? What you mean by 80 million? What you mean by that, brother? That's a lot of moolah. But I totally agree with this, right? If Tio done the heavy lifting, which he has, and I understand Teofimo's position. I've done the heavy lifting in the lightweight division. Tank had an opportunity to fight Lomachenko before Teofimo did. So I'm with Tio on that. He's done the light. But where do you rank these guys? That's what I want to know. First time I started to listen. But when you say he's fighting for Mickey Mouse belts, you lost me. Because now you sound like the other belts. Yeah, I never said Mickey Mouse belts, but if you got offended by it, then sorry about that, but I never said that. But you heard what you want to hear, so be it. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on? Let me see, can I find somebody in the chat? Self said, Al Heyman needs to get Tank, fight outside of the PBC. That's not happening. That's not happening. Self, I'm with you on that, but that ain't happening, man. I went through this already about these. So Even said he has Tank ranked number 3. Ronald Finkley says he has Lopez number 1, Haney number 2, Tank number 3. Okay. Refredo says he say if Loma took the TO rematch, why not fight Haney, wins his fake belt, and it will look better for the rematch. Okay. I'm thinking about what you're saying. You say if Loma is looking for TO rematch, why not fight Haney, wins his fake belt, and it will look better for the rematch? Well, Lomachenko is fixing to fight Richard Coleman in December the 11th. So that's not going to happen. Lomachenko has a fight already. Lomachenko has a fight already, so that's not going to happen. Tio would kill. He say Taylor would kill Tio. I want to know what you guys had these guys ranked at. Let's see. Taylor for Wealth says he has Tank. He say Tank is number what? You didn't put a number on there until he fights Haney. Haney is number 2 until he fights. Haney is number 2 until he fights Haney. Both Skills says, oh, I guess you're trying to say Tank is number 1 and Haney is number 2 until they fight each other. Both Skills says it's above competition. Okay. Arthur says he has T.O., Loma, Haney, Tank. Self says he has Lopez, Haney, Tank, tied. Lopez and Haney and Tank tied. So that means you have Teofimo at number 3. Let's see. Zadis Buchanan says that Tank number 1, T.O. 2, Loma 3, Haney 4. You have Tank number 1 over T.O.? Okay. Okay. Evan said that he says Teo number 1, Loma number 2, Tank number 3, Haney number 4, Ryan number 5. I don't even, how can you put Ryan in your top 5? How can you? Ryan is an Instagram model at this point. I'm just calling it the way I see it, though. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Joshua says Teo had 1 fight. Tank is king. You got Tank is king? Okay. But Tank, see, this is the thing, guys. Like this, you see how subjective this is. This is very subjective. This is very subjective. He said, oh, Teo, Loma, Haney, and Tank. So he got Teo, Loma, Haney, and Tank. Honestly, I got Teo number 1. You got to give Teo number 1 because he beat Coleman for his belt. And let's see who else. Who all? He beat Lomachenko. You know, so that's why I have it. Colin says Tank is number 1, Teo and Ryan. Now the question. Okay, let me ask another question because you guys lead me down a rabbit hole now. Puro Sur Central says you sleeping on Ryan, coach. He's not going to fight this year, in my opinion. He's going to sue Golden Boy to become a free agent. Been saying this since mental health. Videos starting to come out already. He said, you sleeping on Ryan, coach. Puro Sur Central. My brother, I be honest with you, fam. Now, Ryan did, to be fair, Ryan did fight in January. He did fight in January, February, somewhere up in there. So he has had a fight this year. But I see him more on Instagram than doing anything else. So, and I like Ryan Garcia. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. You know what I mean? But in the ring, we need to see more of him in the ring. But he's an Instagram model, in my opinion. Ryan Garcia is an Instagram model. Self says, I hear you, coach. It was all a dream. All right, so this, okay, this is another thing. Daniel, this is what I want to ask you. I don't know who you're talking to in the chat, brother. I don't know who you're talking. I think you're going at somebody in the chat, Daniel. I want to ask you a question. How do you rank anyone number 1 over Teofimo Lopez? Jesus says the money is at Lomachenko and Lopez. That's where the money is at. Why would he want to fight anywhere else? You might have a point there. You know, they are on the same side of the street. But how can you rank anyone above Teofimo Lopez in the division? This is for the people who has Tank over Teofimo or Haney. I'm trying to figure out how, like make it make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? What is that based on? You see what I'm saying? The Queen Lisa Bell said you got to have Teo first. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is that based on. Barnes Scott said, for the avoidance of doubt, Lopez has not fought Tank or Haney. So therefore, he has not fought everyone at 135. But the flip side of that is Tank was fighting between 130 and 140. So Tank is not in he has not solidified himself at the 135 division because he only had 2 fights there, and then he went up and he fought at 140. And then he fought 130, 135, a couple fights, and then he went to 140. So Tank has been moving throughout 3 weight divisions, to be fair. And then Teofimo is in the process trying to fight Kambosos. You see what I'm saying? So, but still, I'm like, no, make that make sense to me. I'm trying to figure out how Daniel says they need to throw away Ryan Garcia. No, we don't need to throw him away. He's an Instagram model right now. We can't put him in the top 5 until he decides to fight. He said Ryan does not have a win over a top 5 lightweight, or was top 5 at the time of fighting against Campbell, has since retired. Okay. Danny says that what do you think you get for becoming a world champion in prize money? A cookie. Runner up gets what 20. Well, y'all be killing me, man. I'm saying. I'm trying to figure this out, dog. Like, you know. He said, beat it, Gamboa. Put someone over Teo. I'm trying to. Maybe it's something that I'm missing. Jesus says Lopez needs to get Lomachenko running back. he's afraid of Lomachenko because he knows if he gets his run back, he's going to lose. Jesus, I don't get that. He okay, and they ain't going to be no more takeover. Listen, we don't know if Teofimo fights Lomachenko that he's going to lose. He beat Lomachenko, right? So I ain't gonna lie, fam. Jesus, I disagree with that, fam. I totally disagree with that. He say pro, that's the best resume right there. I'm just trying to figure out how do you come up with anyone in the lightweight division being over Teofimo Lopez. He said you can't make sense when you apply logic to the situation. When you say he hasn't fought everyone, that doesn't matter. He beat recognized champions. He's number one. He's not undisputed though. Yeah, I'm just trying to get like make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Like Teofimo Lopez, make it make sense to me. Teofimo Lopez, he beat Nakatani, he beat Richard Comey, he beat Lomachenko, and he has done the heavy lifting in the lightweight division. Some say he's undisputed, some say he's not. But you get what I'm saying, guys? Like I'm kind of confused here. He said, why they put Tank number one? Easy, because Tank fanboys. But listen, Alex Vargas, I'm gonna tell you something about that. Leonard Ellerbe is going to say Tank is number one because he put butts in seats. That's going to be his argument. We know this. We know this. We know this. You understand what I'm saying? We know this. Teofimo has fought. He has, bro, his last 3 fights, his 14th fight, Nakatani, 15th fight, Richard Comey, took his strap. He won the IBF title. He beat Vasily Lomachenko, took the WBA, the WBO Ring Magazine titles. And then he won the franchise belt as well. That's all I'm trying to figure out, guys. I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, let's see. Chris Carr says Haney is ducked and Tank is sheltered until those, I guess you're saying until those to get action take action. I mean somebody especially Haney because he's actually ready. Tank to me is being hid by his team. Now, Tank is only fighting in-house fights. This is true. This is true. Me personally, I think Tank Davis is talented enough to fight or beat anybody in the lightweight division. If that's the division he's going to fight in. If he's going to stay at 135, because if you go up to 140, you got that boy Josh Taylor right there, right? I don't think nobody breaking their neck to go to 140 to fight him. And Teo want to fight him at a catchweight. He want to fight him at a catchweight for a reason, right? So, I'm just trying to figure out how do you have anyone over Lomachenko? Over Teofimo at 135 when he beat the guy who ESPN. You guys remember this? ESPN was saying that Lomachenko is the Matrix and he's pound for pound. And you know how I was talking that Matrix stuff about Usyk. I was totally wrong. He is a Matrix. But anyways, the takeover ended up beating the Matrix. And if you believe the hype that Lomachenko was pound for pound, if he beat that guy, how can you have anyone over Teofimo in lightweight? I have no idea. You see what I'm saying? Self says that Ellis Garcia, what you say that Ellerbe says Taylor don't bring nothing to the table. Yeah. He's good. Yeah. But listen, Alex, let me explain something to you. The only thing Leonard can be talking about is don't nobody in the US know who he is. Yeah, you're right about that. If Tank fight Josh Taylor, people are not going to come to the fight because they know who Josh Taylor is here in America. They'll come because Tank Davis has an opportunity to fight and become undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. They're going to come over that alone. They're going to come because of Tank Davis, but the significance of the fight to become undisputed at 140, that will make that fight, Alex, mega. That'll make that fight massive. You see what I'm saying? That'll make that fight massive. That'll make that fight massive, fam. Yeah. That'll make that fight massive. So, You know, but I don't agree with him that, you know, Josh ain't bringing that to the table, especially if that fight is in the UK. Arthur says on Coach, compare the last 4 fights of Loma and T.O. Tank Haney. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Alex says that he say Tank Taylor in the UK biggest fight. Oh, that'll be massive. That'll be massive. That'll be massive. Still Chef says Undisputed at a catchweight is ridiculous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He says that Tank is not fighting in-house. Y'all hear something and y'all run with it. Okay. Okay. The brother said we hear something and run with it. Okay. Okay. That's what he said. Tank is not fighting in-house. Y'all hear something, you run with it. Okay. So, let's look up Floyd Mayweather. Let's see. Let's see. Brother say we hear something wrong with it. That's what the brothers say. That's what the brothers say. I actually got the video too. I actually had the video too. This it right here. Now, this video is on YouTube, of course. Let me show you something, brother. Brother say Tank is not fighting in-house. Y'all hear something wrong with it. Okay. That's what you said, right, brother? This video, go on YouTube. As a matter of fact, let me see, can I pull this up? Bear with me one moment, guys. Because I want this guy, Julian, to, you know. This is the behind the gloves. Julian, first time seeing you over here. This is a behind the gloves interview right here, guys. This fight was Julian. I'm gonna drop the link down here so you can hear it. Because you said that Tank not fighting in-house, y'all hear something wrong with it. Well, we heard it from Floyd Mayweather's mouth. We heard it from Floyd Mayweather's mouth. Shout out to the great Michelle Phelps. Shout out to Michelle Phelps. So we heard it from what Floyd Mayweather's promoter. We heard it from what Tank Davis' promoter said out of his own mouth, right? That's what we heard. Let me play it for you, brother. Because I don't want you thinking, I know you're thinking I'm capping, right? You're thinking I'm making this up. I know the brother think I'm making this up. So you got to play the receipts. You got to let him hear it out of the promoter's mouth. Bear with me one moment, guys. Julian, let me pull it up for you, brother, so you can hear it. So you don't think that I'm making stuff up. Don't want to be called a liar, right? Let's pull this up. I do not own the rights to this material. Shout out to Michelle Phelps. Now, this interview that you're going to hear, Julian, this was the Tank Davis after he beat Mario Barrios fight, right? Mario Barrios, Saturday, June 26th, right? And this was the interview behind the gloves. Tank Davis was asked the question, who is he going to fight next? When he was asked that question at the fight, Tank Davis immediately looked over to his promoter. You see Leonard right here, but he looked over to Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather cleared it up. Julian, I hope you're still here, sir.
And you said in the ring after that you don't necessarily know what you want next, that you rely on your team. Is there anything at all of where
I do not own the rights to this material. Let me do this. Let's do this. I want you to watch this. Brother. I want to start it right at the same time. Start it at the same time, because I don't want the guy to think that I'm capping, just making stuff up, right? When he said that I'm just making stuff up. So Julian, I hope he's still here, my brother.
And you said in the ring after that you don't necessarily know what you want next, that you're relying on your team. Is there anything at all of where you'd like to either fight next as far as 130, 135?
You notice immediately Tank had looked over to Floyd Mayweather. So here we go, Julian. Here we go. You said we making it up, so we took it around with it. So let's see what Floyd Mayweather had to say.
His team gonna take care of that. You know, the league. I mean, our thing is this. You know, we work smarter, not harder. So we keep everything in-house. Mayweather Promotions, PBC. I mean, we all work families.
Let's go back and listen to that again. Let's go back and listen to that again. Let's go back and listen to that again. Take it to the 35-second mark, right? Let's go back and listen to that again. Floyd Mayweather says we do everything in-house. Mayweather Promotions, PBC, we keep everything in-house. This is what he said. So when you say that Tank not taking in-house fights, y'all hear something wrong with it. Floyd Mayweather said it. So we ran with it because we heard it from Tank Davis's handlers. Facts.
The thing is this. You know, we work smarter, not harder. So we keep everything in-house. Mayweather Promotions, PBC. I mean, we all work families. So, I mean, we're not going to go nowhere and make another company great. So we got plenty of fighters. It's at 140, 135, and 130. We will continue to fight the fighters that we got to fight. Only that.
So Floyd Mayweather said that, listen, PBC, Mayweather Promotions from 130 to 140, 135. He said we have plenty of fighters. He said we're not fixing to make another promoter rich. This is what Floyd Mayweather said. So my brother Julian, when you say that Tank not fighting in-house, y'all hear something wrong with it? Sir, you have just been proven wrong. Out of the horse's mouth. Out of the horse's mouth. You know, I try to over-deliver when I say stuff, right? I try to over-deliver. And this is very simple. Just a simple Google search. Shout out to Y2K.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Y2K said 135 be so damn hot if these dudes would get it on. He said Tank is my favorite fighter right now, but Teo is the man of the division. Yeah, he is the man of the division because he beat that guy. Self says that got me hot though. They should allow him to fight outhouse. Yeah, he said it out of his own mouth. So, you know, anyone who's saying Coach Malachi spreading propaganda by Tank, no, I'm not spreading the propaganda. This is what Floyd Mayweather said. He said this. When the question was asked to Tank, who is he going to fight next? Tank immediately did what? He looked over to the left. Leonard Ellerbe looked over to his right. Well, Tank looked over to his right. And Leonard Ellerbe looked over to his right. Who they was looking at, guys? Who they was looking at? They was looking at this guy right here. That guy right there. That's who they was looking at. That's what they was looking at. So I'm not making this up. So Julian, I hope that hope you understand that, brother. Hope you understand it. Not making it up. So Arthur, you're right. He say, Coach, compared the last 4 fights to Teo and Tank. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now, fam. I had got kind of sidetracked. Thank you for reminding me, brother. I had got kind of sidetracked. You know, I got kind of sidetracked. But Julian, I hope you get it now. So when you say we taking it and running with it, we're running with what Tank Davis's promoter and matchmaker says. So, you know, whether you want to believe him or not or whatever, that's on you, my brother. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So now, Tank fight in-house fights. You know, and until he fight outhouse fights, we're not going to see Tank and Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. Okay, so let's go here. Arthur says that he wants to see, let's look at their last 4 fights. So, Devin Haney, last 4 fights, 1, 2, 3, 4. He fought Zaru, Abdalev, fought that guy. He won the vacant WBC intern lightweight title. And then he fought Alfredo Santiago. He retained the lightweight title. Now, when he was at when he was 23-0, September the 13th, 2019, Devin Haney had the intern title. When he fought November, 2 months later, he retained the WBC lightweight title. So he didn't have it here, but he got elevated, right? Because the belt was dropped. He fought Gamboa. So he fought Zaur, Alfredo Santiago, Yorkis Gamboa, and he fought Jorge Linares, right? Gervonta Davis, to be fair, Davis he only had 2 fights at lightweight, I think. He fought Gamboa. He won the vacant WBA regular lightweight title, And then he fought Leo Santa Cruz. It says he won the WBA super featherweight title in regular. And let me see something. I thought he had, okay, never mind. He had 2 fights. He super lightweight. You know what? Tank only had 1 fight at lightweight. I thought he had 2 for some reason. I thought he had 2 for some reason. He only had 1 fight at lightweight. He fought Gamboa. And then he went back and he fought Santa Cruz. Let me see what this is, bro. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay, he fought Santa Cruz. At featherweight. So Tank only had 1 fight at lightweight, guys. 1, 2, 3. So his last 4 fights, one was at super featherweight. He beat Ricardo Nunez. He moved up to lightweight, beat Gamboa. He went back to super featherweight, beat Leo Santa Cruz, and then he moved up to super lightweight, and he beat Mario Barrios. So that was his last 4 fights. You see what I'm saying? That was his last 4 fights. And then if you look at Teofimo last 4 fights, he beat okay, we'll look at his last 4 fights. He beat some dude named Edis Tatali, or whatever his name is. He beat Nakatani. He beat Richard Comey, and he beat Vasily Lomachenko. And then if you look at Lomachenko's last 4 fights, he beat Anthony Croya. Well, before that he beat Jose Pedraza, and before that he beat Jorge Linares. But you want to look at his last 4 fights: 1, 2, 3, 4. He beat Anthony Croya. He beat Luke Campbell. He lost to Teofimo Lopez, and he beat Nakatani. So that's everybody's last 4 fights. You see what I'm saying? That's everybody's last 4 fights. So he says, where are we putting Shakur? Shakur fights at featherweight. He fights at featherweight. You see what I'm saying? He fights at featherweight. So I mean, we can't put him up here with the lightweights. He's not a lightweight. He fights at featherweight. But I do foresee Shakur moving up in weight. As of now, he said after all I had seen from Teo, I don't think he's willing to fight any elite fighter. He seems scared to lose. He's becoming a diva. Well, I understand the part of Teo maybe becoming a diva after what he did after him beating Lomachenko. But I don't think he's scared to fight any elite fighters. He fought the elite of the elite in the lightweight division. You know, Teofimo's resume, to be fair, Magnum 357, his resume does not show me that he's afraid to fight elite guys. He fought Nakatani, he's elite. He fought Richard Comey, beat him, he's elite. He fought Vasily Lomachenko, beat him, he's elite. Do you get what I'm saying? So his resume, especially his last 3 fights, does not tell me that he's afraid to fight elite fighters. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, to me, that doesn't make any sense to me. It says Julian, Richard Finkler said Julian probably didn't know Tank ducked Lomachenko 4 years ago till this day.
To this day.
Hey man, they been saying that too. But again, we know that Floyd Mayweather said that they pick and choose Tank Davis's career, who he fights. So to be fair, and this is not me capping for Tank. I don't know the guy. I don't get a check from him. The man, his promoters called the shot, bro. It is what it is. Arthur says, from a competitor standpoint, who fought the better competition? That's subjective, because Teofimo fought. Let me see. Teofimo fought Nakatani, Richard Comey, and Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought Jorge Linares, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Even though Rigondeaux moved up in weight, I don't know if we want to count that, but it is what it is. He fought Jose Pedraza, Anthony Croya. He fought Luke Campbell. He fought Teofimo, and he fought Nakatani. So based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, his last 7 fights, you can make an argument and say, Arthur, that maybe Lomachenko fought the tougher competition based on a couple of fights. You know, you can make that argument. You can make that argument. Self says, people sometimes think it's ducking, but remember, they got advisors giving advice. It's all biz. Yeah, absolutely. 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 Shout out to my brother KQ. KC in the building. Shout out to my brother, man.
Hey, okay.
He said, what to do, my brother? Salute to you. KQ in the building. Please subscribe to KQ's channel, man. This is probably one of the best channels on YouTube. This brother represents for the LDBC, and he's really a good guy. He's really a good guy. He's fair, he's balanced, he's funny as hell. You know, he don't talk a whole lot of trash like I do. You know, I be talking trash, you know, got a whole bunch of people hate me, but KQ, man, it's hard not to like this guy. He's really a good guy, and I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. My main man, Blood, turned me on to this brother. Exclusive turned me on to him, and I think a couple of people told me about this brother, and I heard his show, listened to it, and I'm a subscriber, and I don't catch all of the lives, but I do catch all of the replays. He's one of the good ones out here. One of the good ones out here. Jesus says, boxers don't decide who fights until becoming great. Tio or nobody. I ain't gonna go that far. Say he or nobody. I can't. Jesus, I can't say that. Boxers don't decide who they fight until becoming great. Tio or nobody. I don't know about all that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I can't go that far, Jesus. I know that's your opinion, fam, but I can't go that far. I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that, fam. He says, either way, Coach, Tio and Loma still had a better resume. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hands down. Listen, this is what I'm saying, Chuck. This is what I'm saying. Okay, Loma and Tio had the best resumes in the lightweight division. This is facts. Now Tank has only had one fight at lightweight. If he's going to stay there, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Also, man, you can get the merchandise. See these bomber jackets I have, man. It's real nice. It fits real good. It fits true to form, right? You know, I don't understand, like, to me, and this is not me being biased. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. How can you have anyone above Tio in the lightweight division? I don't understand it. Because we can use the old Errol Spence argument, right? The Errol Spence argument is this. Remember the situation with Spence and Crawford? Well, you know, Crawford got to come to his senses. Errol Spence did the heavy lifting in the division. He has more belts. He does more numbers at pay-per-view, and he sells out. Well, Errol Spence ain't never sold out an event, but I'm just saying, but he, you know, he packs more seats in the stadium when he fights in Texas, right? Cool. But the main argument is he had the better resume in the welterweight division, right? And he's fought and he's done the heavy lifting. He has more belts. So if you're going to use that argument, how can and that argument alone makes Errol Spence #1 in the welterweight division, right? That's the argument. How can that be the argument with Errol Spence? But then when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, we don't apply the same rule. Do you get what I'm saying? This is one of the best channels right here. Shout out to Self, man.
Hey, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I forgot to recognize the super chat. Shout out to my main man, Big Ronald Finkley.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, to this day. Shout out to the Bond Squad Nation. And I know that I know they feel like I give them a hard time, but it's all love. It's all love. He say Tio better resume than Tank and Haney combined. Yes, yeah. Listen, bro. At the lightweight division, that can't be argued, bro. That can't be argued at the lightweight division. At the lightweight division. You see what I'm saying? At the lightweight division. I'm just being honest with you, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. At the lightweight division, bro, it's hard. It's hard because listen, we can't. Listen, you can't use the same argument for one fighter, but when it comes to another fighter, we want to act brand new and switch it up. Chuck Chill says, Tio is elite, but Cats he beat are not better than Tank or Haney. Yeah, but Chuck Chill, we won't know that until they fight each other. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the only way we are truly going to know whether Tank is better than Richard Comey, or Tank is better than Nakatani, or Tank is better than Luke Campbell, or Jose Pedraza, or if Tank is better than Lomachenko, right? They're going to have to fight each other. The only way we're going to know that, they're going to have to fight each other. If they don't fight each other, this is just assumptions that are not based on any actual facts. The actual fact is when the two fighters fight and we see the outcome of the fight. That's the actual fact. Everything else is just, how we feel. You know what I mean? But the feeling is not based on anything actual because these fighters haven't fought. Did you get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, Chuck Chill. Tio he's an elite fighter. He's the best guy at 135, in my opinion. Based on his body of work, based on him beating the guy that the mainstream media, and the quote is on the mainstream media, in quotations. The mainstream media tells us that Lomachenko was pound for pound the best fighter in the universe. And they said that Lomachenko was the Matrix, the Terminator, Commando, Rambo, Superman, the Justice League, all combined into one. And Teofimo beat him. So what does that make Teofimo Lopez? That's all I'm saying, Chuck Chill. And if Tank has only had one fight in the lightweight division, and Haney has had a couple of fights, but he hasn't been able to get these other guys in the ring yet. He did get Jorge Linares in there. That was a good win. We can't sit back and say that the guys who Tio fought is not better than these guys because these guys haven't fought him. Now, Haney did fight Jorge Linares. He did fight Jorge Linares. Right? He did do that. And Teofimo hasn't fought Linares, but Lomachenko has. And as a matter of fact, Lomachenko stopped Linares. He stopped Linares. So I'm just trying to be fair. Trying to be fair, guys. Got to call it right down the middle. You feel me? You feel me? that's what my barber be saying. He said, you feel me? But you see what I'm saying, though. Now, I know it's subjective, but you see what I'm saying, though. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Self says, it said, once I get that debit and more super chats, fam, this channel is definitely one of the best. Hey, man, listen, man. I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying to call it as fair and as objective as possible for everybody. Now, my personal opinion is my personal opinion, and everybody else in the chat personal opinion is everybody else's personal opinion. But when I look at the resumes and look at the record, it's hard for me to put anyone above Teofimo Lopez, especially after he beat Lomachenko. And I'm just saying, like we're going to use the Errol Spence argument. Got more belts, fought the tougher competition in the division. He done most of the heavy lifting. Okay, apply that to Teofimo Lopez, and that's your answer right there. Carlos says that Tank ain't running nothing. Well, to be fair, I don't think that listen, man, we got the video right here. We got the video right here, bro. We got the video right here. Like this, it don't get no bigger receipt than that. Floyd Mayweather says he would keep fights in-house for Tank, won't go make another company great. This is what he said. I can play it again for anyone who think that I'm capping and making this up. This is for the diehard Tank fans who say Tank does not fight in-house fights. Yeah, that's not what Floyd Mayweather says. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just being honest with you guys. Don't get mad at me, get mad at Floyd. Floyd said, I didn't say it, Floyd said it. Floyd Mayweather said it, right? Floyd Mayweather, Money May said it. Dragon Larry said, and the X-Men coach, you can't leave out Marvel. Ronald Finkley says, Haney beat Linares better than Loma. No. Loma stopped him. Hey, Big Ron, that ain't true, fam. Lomachenko stopped Linares. Lomachenko fought Linares, and he stopped him in the 10th round with a body shot. Stopped him with a body shot. Right there, fam. Hold on, let me let you see it. Lomachenko stopped on Linares. He stopped him. TKO stoppage over a 12-round unanimous decision. A TKO beats a UD any day of the week. You see what I'm saying? Well, what the brother said, he say turns 27 in November, stopping right around the corner. Stop making excuses for ducking Loma. Hey, not gonna Miami kid say, hey, Miami kid, what's happening, man? In the MIA, born and raised in the county of Dade. Hey, listen, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, man, Self said with a stomach shot. DJ Black Charles Music says, he said that means Tank run things. If he didn't, then he couldn't make a statement like that, and it'll say they go where the calls come from. Okay. All right. Well, he says that means Tank run things because it's promote. Okay. All right. Well, he said all these guys are warriors. It's their promotional companies that don't have any faith in them. Yeah, meet Joe Chill. I listen. When I hear a promoter tell me that we do not have to fight outside fights, make another promoter rich, and we got plenty of in-house fights to fight. That when I hear promoters say that tells me everything I need to know. But not only that, check this out. It's something that you guys might have missed. It's something that you did not see right here. Right here, Tank Davis is looking where? Question was asked. I want you to see this again, guys. I want you to see this again. This Tank right here. This at the 14-second mark, right? This proves my point. So I understand, I know they're saying Tank ducking. Tank Davis ducking, Lomachenko. I get that, guys. I really do get that. I get where you're coming from. Guys.
And
all right, I get where you're coming from. But I want you to notice something. The only Tank that had, he doesn't control his own career. Gilbert says that Haney fought in old Linares, got hurt, and was constantly hugging for 3 rounds. Hey, y'all ain't gonna let the hugging go on, man. Y'all need to cut that out. Chuck Chill says Linares dropped Loma too. Yes, you're right about that, fam. But he was stopped though. But Lomachenko ended up stopping him. But you get now. I'm not trying to, hey, Chuck Chill, I'm not trying to discredit anybody on here, right? I'm not trying to discredit anybody. I'm just saying that Lomachenko did stop Linares. Now, and then again, the argument is that okay, Devin Haney did beat Linares for 12 rounds, but well, I don't know about 12 rounds, because 3 rounds he was kind of hugging, after he got hurt. But I get what you're saying. Though. I get what you're saying. 2 rounds at least. Shout out to Burger Time. Burger Time said he going to bed. Shout out to you, fam. He says there's no excuse. Not many guys were ready to face someone back then. That is true. Didn't nobody really want to fight him. That is true. Now, that is true. Didn't nobody really want to fight him. You see what I'm saying? Miami Kid said Tank is the man, dog. I don't doubt that. I just want to see him in there with competition. But this is the thing, though. DJ Black Charm says, I hear them say it and have to wait for a contract to get sent and not doing the sending. Okay. Irregardless of what goes on in the background, I just want you guys to know that, hey, this is what Floyd is saying, not in control of his career. Pardon me if that's what y'all thought I was saying. Saying his Tank Davis platform moves freely. Okay. But I just want you to hear this, fam. Hear this.
in the ring after that, you don't necessarily know what you want next, that you're going to rely on your team. Is there any inkling, anything at all of where you'd like to either fight next?
Now notice Tank looks directly to Floyd Mayweather.
Anything at all?
Tank looks directly at Floyd Mayweather. Leonard looks at him to see. Now look now, what you gonna say about that, Tank? And then Leonard looks at Tank. Tank looks at Floyd. That told me everything I needed to know right there, guys.
His team gonna take care of that. Our thing is this. We work smarter, not harder. So we keep everything in-house. Mayweather Promotions, PBC. We all work family. So, we're not gonna go nowhere and make another company great. So we got plenty of fighters. There's that 140, 135, and 130. We're gonna continue to fight the fighters that we got.
So there you have it. Floyd said, "Hey, listen, we're not going to make another promoter great." He said that, "Hey, man, we got plenty of fighters to fight at 130, 135, and 140 with Mayweather Promotions and PBC." And Tank, what I wanted to show you was Tank automatically did what? He looked at Floyd. So I get what you're saying about ducking. You know me. You know me now. You know me. I ain't trying to make no excuses for nobody. I'm the last one to make excuses for these fighters because I don't have an emotional attachment to them. But that told me everything I needed. He says Tank is not allowed to answer big questions. It does look that way. It does look that way. It does look that way. He says those were the expressions. But who is his team that Floyd was talking about? What you mean his team? He's talking about himself. Wait. DJ Black Charm. The question, let me explain this to you. The question was, who do you want to fight next, Tank? He looked over at Floyd. Floyd says his team will make that decision. His team is him. Leonard, people who controls Tank's career. That's who he was talking about. You know what I mean? Floyd ain't talking about no other team. He's not talking about another team somewhere else. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you, bro. He say, Coach, fair use is education's purpose only. Yeah, this is this is for fair use educational purposes only. I do not own the rights to this, and I do have the Fair Uses Act in the description below. You see what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying, though. Bon Scott said, hey, Coach, you cannot claim anything by Cougar and Cassius is educational fundamental. I'm just saying, though. But you get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that when someone asks Tank Davis a question, he has to look over to his promoter. You know who else does that too? Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford does the same goddamn thing. When someone asks him a question about a fight, he automatically, he'll look at Bob and be like, hey man, you got to talk to Bob about that. But in all fairness, when you have a promoter that's over your career, there's only two fighters who pretty much can fight who they want to fight when they want to fight. Canelo is number one. Canelo fight who he wants to fight when he wants to fight. He doesn't have to answer to anyone. And Anthony Joshua's number two. He does what he wants to do. Or Mikey Garcia, he's a free agent. He doesn't have to listen to anybody. But those guys who are, and we'll say Devin Haney. But you know what I noticed too, guys? Outside of Canelo and Joshua, those other fighters who are free agents, so to speak, and they do what they want to do and has the power moves. Those other fighters who like the Devin Haneys and stuff, you notice they're not able to land the fights that they want. They have no pull in the sport of boxing like that. They have no pull in the sport of boxing. They have no pull in the sport of boxing. Right? I don't know why this troll is still here, but I appreciate you still being here, troll. Keep staying. He said, I got Tank. He said, I got Tank for Duck and Loma. But I also keep the same energy with Teofimo, Duck and Haiti. Marvin Kid. He said, I got Tank for Duck and Loma. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, DJ Black Charles say, that's what I'm saying, Coach. He said to Tank Davis platform. I don't know the name. I just on the platform. I get what you said, though. You feel, yeah. You feel me, though. You feel me. Steph says, T.O. never duck Haiti. Okay, all right. So now we debating on who duck who, right? Dragonleg, tell that to Leo Santa Cruz and Barrios. Can you put Pedraza? You can put Pedraza in there too. Okay. Bob Scott say Tank is a hostage. It's all in the body language. Hey man. Hey, what's going on, man? Y'all over here clowning, man. Why y'all over here clowning? Hey, Carlos says, so it's called in-house or ducking. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos, hey, so is it called in-house or ducking? Hey, listen, for educational purposes, for this show, we're not gonna say ducking, we're just gonna say in-house fights. We're not gonna say ducking. We're just gonna say strategically choreographing your next moves. Hey, Carlos, from this point forward, fam, listen, everybody in the chat. We're not gonna say no fighters are ducking anybody from this point forward. We're just gonna say that they are strategically choreographing their careers. How about that? Can we do that? Can we do that? He say, Self say it was all biz, coach. Hey, listen, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all. I because I don't want to, I don't want to fit no. I'm trying to say this with a straight face, dog. I swear I'm trying to say this with a straight face. It's so hard to do it, though. He say ducking is now etched in stone. Hey, Thomas. Hey, listen. Hold on, man. Gilbert says, how is T.O. ducking Haney if he's wrapped up with Kambosos and is dealing with that Triller track? Yeah, he can't do nothing to be fair. He's trying to fight his mandatory. Anthony says quacks. Hey, man, listen, man. But y'all dead wrong for this here, boy. Y'all dead wrong. Y'all dead wrong for this, man. Paul ever say duck in the house? Hey, Self says, you gotta overstand the biz side. Yeah, man. We ain't gonna say ducking no more. Big Ron of people say quack. But y'all ain't listen, boy. Y'all listen, man. We ain't listen, man. Listen. Shout out to UGC Flame in the building.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, man. Shout out to UGC Flame in the building. Them boys over there, man. Them boys over there, man, putting out good content too, man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to UGC Flame, my main man, Big Ron around the finger. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Listen, that's all I'm saying. Listen, we're not gonna say ducking no more, right? Because I've been a victim of saying ducking. You guys know me. I always say ducking. This dude ducking, that dude ducking. But what I realized, guys, I got to realize that maybe there was an error in my ways. We ain't going to say ducking. We're just going to say strategically choreographing your career. Miami Kid says, Self, you know how many times Tio has been caught lying on camera? There's receipts. You and Self going at it, huh? I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. We ain't gonna say. Can we agree not to say these fighters are ducking anymore? We can't say these fighters are ducking. We that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Hey, listen, Paul Evans says they're looking for money on the duck end. Okay, he said they're looking for money on the duck end. DJ Black Charles says Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie Duck. Oh, man. Hey, bro, look here, man. All I'm saying is this. Teofimo has to fight who Bob Arum tells him to fight. Tank Davis has to fight who Floyd Mayweather tell him to fight, right? Every fighter. If your name ain't and I ain't talking about the low-level guys like Devin Haney and stuff like that. Devin Haney, he's his own boss, but what good is it doing him? He can't even get none of the big names to fight him in his resume. He got Jorge Linares, though. He got that. But good luck trying to land anybody else without signing with one of those promotional companies. Good luck with that. And he's going to be punished for not being able to land that significant fight. He's going to be punished for that. Graham Taylor says, I ain't no duck, says Howard. Hey, listen, man. Listen. So Mark Taylor says, so if Tio and Loma fight again, it's a duck off, according to Haney fans and Eddie Hearn. Oh, man. Hold on. I ain't going to say that now. I don't know if Eddie Hearn going to say that. Because those two guys are the creme de la creme of the division, Mark. To be fair. He says, what about Josh Warrington? I don't know Josh Warrington business situation, to be fair, to be honest with you. So I don't know if he his own boss or call his own shots or whatever the case may be, or is he able to, if he's able to make fights when he wants to make fights. You know what I mean? Because you got to put up site fee money and lock in the location, put up the site fee, secure a date. Those fighters ain't doing that. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Self says, when people say T.O. is scared of Haney, it's Comedy Central. Hey, listen. Listen, guys. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. Nobody's scared of him. That's the least I can say. Miami Kid says, it's okay to like fighters, but you also have to call them out and keep the same energy. He said you got to keep that same energy now. He said you got to keep, hey man, listen, man, I can't argue with you. He said you got to keep that same energy. All I'm saying though is this. This is the thing, Miami Kid. This has nothing to do with me liking a fighter or none of that, right? But I don't know how many times you've been in this channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I don't know how many times you've been in this channel, but I'll call everybody a duck. I've said that this fighter ducking that fighter, the other fighter ducking that fighter. And boy, listen, I get attacked. Hey, Miami Kid, I got attacked by Errol Spence fans, Wilder fans, Fury fans, Pacquiao fans, Tank fans, Teofimo fans, bro, I get attacked everywhere. All different nationalities, different races. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Bro, but when I say duck, oh my God, it's World War X. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I say, well, you know what? Let me just try something else. Maybe it's strategically choreographing, you know what I mean? Coordinating their career. You say, we just gonna say that just to be nice. You know what I mean? He said, he said, I think it's that pays Mayweather too early. Jamal Charlo is the smartest of the self-promoting boxers. Jamal Charlo, why you say that? Why you say that? No, Jamal Charlo don't. They listen. They have promotional companies, but Al Heyman and what my main man name? What's my main man name over there, man? Sam Watkins. They don't want to put those fights together. They don't want to put those fights together. He said the whole lightweight division looking like Mighty Ducks. Oh man, come on, man. He said everybody is their own boss until it's time to be their own boss. Call Al. Hey, you know what? Yeah, it sound good. You Chuck, you right about that. It sound good. Alex Skill says, Coach, it isn't ducking. It's definitely prolonging the opportunity. Prolonging the opportunity. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. Prolonging the opportunity. We're going to let the fight marinate. We're going to fight, but we're going to let it marinate. You see what I'm saying? The duck that laid the golden egg. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He says, so Devin has to sign with promotion so he can get good fights. And which promotion he has to sign to get the best fights? At 135, he's going to have to sign to Top Rank. If he signs to Top Rank and Golden Boy, they do business together. It's not like this little Cold War that's going on with PBC and Top Rank, even though PBC and Top Rank is working together on the Wilder Fury fight this weekend, the whole fight card, but it's not like that. Top Rank and Golden Boy they do business together. So that'll be his best thing. You know, 2-fight deal, something like that. Who knows? No, I'm not an advisor. They know their business situation better than I do. You know what I mean? But I'm just that's just how it is, fam. All these promotional companies are doing pretty much in-house fights. So, pretty much. I'll still say, man, Saturday needs to come around already. It'll be here. It'll be here, brother. He said, Coach, which country watches you the most? Check the analytics to see who's hating. Most of my views come from America. When I first started out, I had more UK subscribers than America subscribers. Now most of my subscribers are US. 60% of my subscribers are US, and like 29% of my subscribers and the people who watch me are UK. It just flipped. It just flipped. You know what I mean? So, and I check my analytics all the time. Right. Paul Evans says, I wear those trousers in my house because my wife say I can. Hey, y'all need to cut this. Hey, man, listen. So, you know, Bob Scott says, you got one Scottish fan, Coach, me. But I'm spreading the word. Yeah, I appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, man, please subscribe and hit the like button for the old boy. Please subscribe and hit the like button. T says, got it. Yes, sir. That's all I'm saying, guys. You know, I'm trying not to defend nobody. You know, I'm trying not to defend nobody, man. Because you know, when I sit back and say certain fighters duck, bro, it be World War X. That dudes be talking about dropping nuclear bombs on me. Dudes be talking about pulling up. Dudes be talking crazy, bro. Like y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. You know what I mean? It's hard for the old boy. He said, right. Errol Spence had to bow down to PBC because Thurman them wouldn't fight him. Yeah, that's when Thurman was that guy. He's not that guy anymore. So you know, it is what it is. He's not that guy anymore. Now, the question I have, guys, is this. This is the question I have, guys. This purse bid that's going on with Teofimo Lopez and Kambosos. Triller says they out of the Kambosos Teofimo business. They're done. And I had Teofimo beating Kambosos, by the way, anyways, right? They're done. Now, Eddie Hearn may be up the bat to win this purse bid since they were the second highest bidder. The $6 million purse that both fighters are going to split is now cut in half. So Teofimo is going to fight pretty much for the amount of money that somewhere around the same amount of money that Bob Arum was willing to pay him for this fight in the first place. Maybe a little more, right? Because I think Bob Arum might have offered less. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys feel like he say anyone here remembers on stand-up comedy? Shucky. Oh yeah, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. Yeah, Shucky Ducky was on Def Comedy Jams back in the day. Shucky Ducky. Yes, man. Yes, sir. I remember Shucky Ducky very well. I used to watch all the Def Comedy Jams. All of it. When Robin Harris was on there before he passed away, when Martin Lawrence, you know, who he was a disciple of Robin Harris, the late great Robin Harris out of Chicago, Illinois. Robin Harris, RIP to Robin Harris, man. Hit the R.E. there for Robin Harris. Old school there. Yeah, Shucky Ducky. I remember Shucky Ducky. Self says, I'm out of time out. We all got opinions. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? So now, again, I think Teofimo Lopez overestimated his position. Retro says, he says, staying up late to watch Def Comedy Jam. Yeah, man. Yeah, you remember that, Retro? That's throwback there. You know, these little whippersnappers, they don't know nothing about Def Comedy Jam. These little whippersnappers don't know nothing about that. That was before they time. They still got Similac. They still got, breath smelling like Similac, milk wet behind the ears. You know, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? That's talk. We talking over their head when we talk about Def Comedy Jam. I remember before that, Hollywood Shuffle with Hollywood Shuffle with Damon, Keenan Ivory Wayans, and what's my main man name? Robert Townsend. Hollywood Shuffle. You know what I mean? You know, I go back. You know, I go back now. I do a little something. You know, I know a little something. You know what I mean? Boss Scott, he say, Dave, we need a list of who's ducking rather than who's fighting who. Man, listen, man. Boss Scott, we ain't gonna try to say ducking no more. We gonna just say strategically maneuvering around the chessboard of boxing. Well, we'll say that. We'll say that. Hey, Boss Scott. We'll say that. We'll say that. We'll say that. You know, strategically, maneuvering. We'll say that. Yeah, man, Bernie Mac. Yeah, all the greats came through Def Comedy Jam. Shout out to Russell Simmons. He say, Coach was on Soul Train back in the day. Hey, but Soul Train, boy, I'm telling you, boy. Oh, man. Hey, listen, man. Listen. My main man say, he said Squid Games, more action in 135. Hey, man, listen. He says, hey, Coach, it's heavyweight fight week. Please tell us about the heavyweight belt King Kong Ortiz won. Hey, listen, man. Hey, hold on, man. Listen. We gave King Kong Ortiz his props. The boogeyman of the division. Boss Scott say, Coach, strategically avoiding. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah. hey, the boogeyman of the division. Hey, come on, man. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. The boogeyman of the division. Now, we don't talk about the boogeyman already, man. Now, you know what? Crazy now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't receive some attacks about when I talk about King Kong Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division, I receive attacks from Wilder fans when I talk about King Kong Ortiz. I don't know why I get attacks from Wilder fans, because King Kong Ortiz and Wilder are two different individuals. But when I attack, when I say that King Kong resume is hot doo-doo, I get attacked from Wilder fans, and I'm trying to like figure out why. Like, okay, I ain't saying that about Wilder. I get you guys say I'm hating on Wilder, and I get all that. That's par for the course, you know. But what does, you know, when I talk about King Kong, you know what I mean? The boogeyman, you know, the most avoided heavyweight in the history of the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I said, then you know what? Where did that come from? When they say that King Kong Ortiz is the boogeyman of the division, I'm like, where did that come from? And I realized that came from Deontay Wilder, and that came from the PBC. They the one put that out there. I ain't heard nothing about Ortiz being the boogeyman prior to him fighting Wilder. When Wilder gets ready to fight him, it's, you know, that's all I'm saying. But that's neither here nor there. But I get attacked. Retro says that King Kong, his legacy win is Malik Scott. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But to be fair, Ortiz has won more belts than any fighter in the heavyweight division. Any fighter in the heavyweight division. And I don't broke that down already. I hope we got that established. He said, Coach, ask Graham Taylor to give you the link of what you say, White Wilder's resume is. You would have a ball, brother. He say, what you say? How what? How shit? Oh, you said how shit Wilder's resume is. yeah. I mean, you know, hey, listen, man, listen. Oh, you talking about looking at Wilder resume? Oh, okay. Listen. I'm gonna say all that to say this. I say all that to say this. When it comes to Ortiz, we're gonna give Ortiz his props. He's won 6 heavyweight titles in the heavyweight division, right? He's done that. He's won 6 heavyweight titles in the heavyweight division. Now, I say all that to say this. To me, ain't nobody avoiding Ortiz. I'm just being honest with you. There's nobody avoiding Ortiz. Nobody, in my opinion. They say he's the boogeyman, that's propaganda. To me, right? I've been attacked on this several times. Several times I've been attacked on this. You see what I'm saying? And it's ludicrous to me because, you know, when we know, it's like my co-host Shep Moore say. When you tell me a guy is this guy, well, how do you measure a fighter? Who is he fought? Who is the fighter fought? Right? Who is he fought? So if he ain't fought nobody that we know of, then how can you say this guy is who you say he is when he ain't fought nobody? We can look at Teofimo's resume and say, yeah, he is that guy because look who he fought. You can say Lomachenko is that guy because look who he fought, right? That's how they gauge and judge people, by who you fought, your resume. You see what I'm saying? So, but my brother Retro says he's fit for an old man, he can still throw them hands. Yeah, he can throw them paws. We don't know how old he is, though. We don't know how old he is, but yeah, you see what I'm saying? Alex Gill says, he said, Coach, are you doing a watch along with Fury Wilder fight? Yes, I am. Doing the watch along. We going live that fight. We going live that fight. Facts. We're gonna go live that fight. October the 9th, we will be going live for the Wilder Fury fight, and I'm gonna start promoting it now in the community tab. So all the trolls and the haters, feel free to come over there and holler at the old boy. Appreciate you. We gonna see what's up. We gonna see what's up. Who gonna do who and what gonna do what? He said Ortiz won all them belts with their bad back. That's a bad man. Yes, he won it all. He won it all with a bad back. Let's see. I don't know how bad his back is or was or whatever the case may be, to be honest with you. I don't know about that, to be honest, to be fair. As the brother from the UK would say, to be fair. Ortiz. What's the name? What's his first name? I forgot his goddamn name. Oh, Louis Ortiz. Sorry about that. Louis King Kong Ortiz. Louis King Kong Ortiz. Now, shout out to my co-host Shep Moore. He the one like put me up on this. He the one put me up on this, right? He the one put me up on this. So apparently, guys, let's look at this. John Sykes, what's happening, fam? What's up with you, baby? John Sykes, what's happening? So apparently, guys, Ortiz has had 36 fights. 36 fights. All of the top fighters in the heavyweight division were so afraid of Ortiz that they avoided him or ducked him. This is the narrative. I totally disagree with that. But out of 36 fights, everybody ducked him. That's the narrative that's been pushed, right? But that's neither here nor there. I showed you guys before that Ortiz has won more heavyweight titles than anyone in the heavyweight division. Whether it's regional titles or whatnot, these are heavyweight titles. He said, what did he say? He says, champ, have you taken the clock shot yet? I don't even know what that is. Anyways, he won the WBC FE car box heavyweight title. That's one belt, as I told you guys before. He won the vacant WBA Fidelity heavyweight title. That's two. Let's see. He won the vacant Latino. He won the vacant WBC and WBO Latino heavyweight titles. So that's 4 belts he has. That's 4 belts he has. Boogeyman of the division, right? We don't went through this before. He also won the vacant WBA intern championship. That's 5 belts, right? That's 5. And he won. Let's see. And he won the vacant WBA intercontinental heavyweight titles. So that's 6 belts he has. Ortiz has 6 belts. He said Ortiz camp has turned down offers as well. Yes, and there's a rumor that has it that Ortiz camp has turned down fights. Now we know he turned down the Wilder, not the Wilder, but the Joshua fight. He turned that fight down. He said, Coach, I'm not saying Lewis is old, but I hear he was David's sparring partner in the build-up to the Goliath fight. Oh man, that man ain't that old, man. We don't know how old Ortiz is. To be fair, I don't know how old he is. The Queen Lisa Bell said, no one ducked Ortiz. That's the narrative. That's the narrative, though. So let me ask you guys a question. Ortiz, if Ortiz retires right now, because he's had 6 heavyweight titles, would you consider him a Hall of Famer? Now, I do know that some of the Wilder fans would say that, yes, he has a Hall of Fame career. He's accomplished more than most of everybody in the heavyweight division. He's had 6 heavyweight titles, and his only loss is to Deontay Wilder. I don't know how you justify that, but hey, I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? And everybody ducked him. 36 fights. Everybody was shaking like booty meat, didn't want to fight him. They ducked him. Right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But we went over this with Ortiz already. I totally disagree with it. To be honest with you, these belts that he's had, that Ortiz has won, I never heard of these belts before in my life. Never heard of them. I don't know what the FE car box belt is, heavyweight title is. I don't know what the WBA Fidelity heavyweight title is. I don't know what that is. I didn't know they had a WBC Latino and WBO WBO Latino heavyweight titles. I didn't know that. To be honest with you, right? I'm familiar with the major belts and the intern titles, and now I'm familiar with the franchise belt. But outside of that, I didn't know nothing about any of these belts. Some would say this is a Hall of Fame career, especially when you look at who he fought. I don't even want to talk about that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He said Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Luis Ortiz would be interesting. Yes, Keenan, that would be a good fight. Andy Ruiz. You know what? I would have loved to see. Let's see something. This fight coming up this weekend, guys. I wonder why Ortiz was not on the undercard of that fight. I wonder why Ortiz was not on the undercard of the Wilder Fury fight this weekend. I wonder why. I wonder why, guys. Undercard. We know that's going to be a damn good undercard. That fight right there alone, I don't know if they still have tickets for the Wilder fight. That fight should have been sold out as soon as it was announced. That fight should have been sold out. So Ortiz should have been on this undercard, in my opinion. You got Robert Helenius and Adam Kalnaki. That's going to be a good fight. That was an upset for Kalnaki. Efe Jabbar, Frank Sanchez. Robisi Ramirez versus Orlando Gonzalez. Edgar Berlingo versus Marcelo Esteban. Jared Anderson versus Vladimir Tereskin. Yeah, you see Ortiz, and then we got J-Rock back. J-Rock Williams is back. And this other guy, Victor versus Mike Marshall. Listen, Ortiz, I like what, bro? Listen, I'm just saying when they say somebody has ducked somebody, you're telling me that Ortiz sent somebody a contract and somebody said, "Hey, we do not want to fight you." I say Ortiz would have took the shine if he would have fought on the card. You think so?
Hey, okay.
You think so? Juan Ramirez says Ortiz is not the boogeyman. He's the Q key.
Hey, okay.
Hey man, come on, man. Come on, Juan. You ain't have to say that, man. He says, so if Ortiz goes to the Hall of Fame, where do you put Andy? Andy got to go there too then. Andy got to go there too then. Demond said he turned the AJ fight down because he wanted more time to have a proper camp. But why Andy Ruiz didn't want more time to have a proper camp? And we see how that worked out. You see what I'm saying, Demond? So there's an argument that goes both ways for that. There's an argument that goes both ways for that. Let's see. There's an argument that goes both ways for that, to be honest with you. NDC says, I got Andy Ruiz in that fight just because his name is also Andy and how I pick my fighters. Okay. Oh, yeah. He got the same name as you. I got you. Harleen said Ortiz Hall of Fame. Hey, man, he got six belts. Rod Rib Show said, Coach, don't be surprised if Fury pulls out of the fight in the last minute still. You know, I always thought that, Rod, but I don't think so. I don't think so. See, here we go. He said, your hate on Wilder is something else. Wow. There we go. I said something about Ortiz, and he talks about Wilder. See, when you bring up Ortiz, they bring up Wilder. Okay, it's fine. They say I hate Wilder, but these guys who say I hate Wilder, they watch my show every day. All the Wilder supporters watch my show every day. All people in Wilder's team, how you doing? They're watching my show right now. They watch every day, guys. Every day. I know this to be an actual fact. Big Ron says, Fury ain't pulling out this fight. Nah, he ain't pulling out. He ain't gonna do that. Gilbert says, Wilder fan in the chat. Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, listen. All of them hate me. And that's fine. That's fine. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. I've received more death threats from Wilder supporters than anybody. From Wilder supporters than anybody. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, though. Good luck with that. Let's see. Big Ron says, the fanboys ramping up their attack. Yeah. They are. He said Ortiz is one of the most overrated. Damn, Neil said Ortiz is one of the most overrated heavyweights in the history of boxing. He's been a professional for over 10 years, and his best win is Brian Jennings. Bruh. Keenan said, what do you think of Jared Anderson? Jared Anderson is one of my favorite young heavyweights coming up, Keenan. I honestly believe he's going to be the next American heavyweight champion of the world. No, I honestly believe he's going to be the next American heavyweight champion of the world. Now, I don't know when, what time frame, to be honest with you. I don't know when or what time frame, Keenan, but I believe that for when it comes to American heavyweight champion, I believe that he would be the next one. Let me tell you a fight I would love to see, Keenan. Check this out. I got one for you, Keenan. I would love to see Jared Anderson fight what's my main man name? Trevor Bryan. I would love to see Jared Anderson fight Trevor Bryan. I would love that. You know I've been capping for Trevor Bryan. In a joking way, though. I would love to see that. That would be a strategic move for him because even though it's a Reggie belt, the WBA regular heavyweight title, even though the WBA regular heavyweight title is has been around, that's the belt that Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali and all of the greats had that belt. The WBA super heavyweight title came out like 20 years ago. That's a new belt in comparison to the WBA. So from a symbolic standpoint, I would love to see Jared Anderson fight Trevor Bryan. He beat Trevor Bryan. He can say he's a champion, WBA regular champion. And maybe that can put him in a position to be in a mandatory position to fight the guys who have those belts. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. He said, well, if Team Wild is watching, y'all got 4 days to get them feet together. Yeah, they watch every day. I'm telling you, bro, I already know, bro. They watch all the time. They watch all the time. So I got to send a shout out to them. You know who I'm talking to. I know you watching me and I'm watching you. Yeah, man. So I got to always give him a shout out. Diaz says, Wilder's best win against Ortiz. That's why they get mad. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, you know, I call it the way I see it. I call it the way I see it. The Queen Lisa Bell says, Ortiz declined the Oda Wallin fight. You know what? You know what? Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think you're right about that. Now Ortiz is saying he'll fight Joe Joyce. Who undercard he said he'll fight him on? I forgot who the undercard he said who said he'll fight him on. Teach says, how does constructive criticism turn out to behave? Let's see. Jared Anderson, Daniel Dubois. Yeah, and you know what? That'll be a good fight too. Doesn't Daniel Dubois have an intern title? Hey, listen, you know what, Neil? Boy, you thinking now, boy. Jared Anderson, Daniel Dubois. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight, dog. That'll be a good fight. You know, he said, yes, I must admit I was a fanboy before the second fight. But after the excuses, it changed my perspective. Yeah, and a lot of people don't know. I betted on Wilder on the first and second fight. Betted on the first and second fight.
To this day.
They say, Coach, I would like to see Anderson fight Dubois, young gun shootout. You know, I would love that. Listen, bruh, you saying some real stuff. He said, who you got between F.A. Jabbar and Frank Sanchez? Man, that's a 50-50 fight, bro. I'm still tossing and turning on that, Gilbert, to be honest with you, bro. I really don't know. I got Berlanga winning. I got Edgar Berlanga winning. I got him winning. I got Jared Anderson winning. I got J-Rock winning. I'm picking J-Rock. On the undercard, I'm picking J-Rock to win. I got Jared Anderson winning by knockout. Edgar Berlanga, I don't think I got him winning by knockout. Robeisy Ramirez, I got to ponder on that. F.A. Jabbar versus Frank Sanchez. F.A. Jabbar, if he can't get him out of there quick, I'm going to go with F.A. Jabbar on that. And then Robert Helenius versus Adam Kalinowski. Adam Kalinowski gets hit a lot, dog. He gets hit a lot. And that was an upset victory. Damn. Oh, man, bro. I'm shaking like a leaf in the middle of a hurricane on this pick right here, bro. That's a 50-50 fight, especially after Robert Helenius stopped. Knocked out Adam Kalinowski as well, since he stopped him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one now. 50-50 fight. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do, guys. The day before the fight, Friday, we're gonna talk about the Wilder Fury fight. Day before the fight, I'm gonna give you all of my predictions. It's gonna be solidified. We're gonna solidify, lock in the positions. The predictions. Bon Scott says Daniel is Brian's mandatory. Yeah, they need to make that fight happen. They need to make that fight happen. Oh, he said on Tank undercard. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Arm. So if Joe Joyce do not fight Ortiz on Tank's undercard, who is Ortiz going to fight? More than likely another PBC fighter. I would like to see Ortiz fight Johnny Rice then. Johnny Rice. When we see what Johnny Rice did to Michael Coffey, I would like to see Ortiz fight Johnny Rice. I would like to see that. You know, Big Ronald Finkley says that don't the Wilder fans got a group meeting to take for Fury's demise tonight? Yeah, they talking like they're gonna kill Fury for real. Let's see who else we got. Teach says Joe George needs more fights. I feel if him and Daniel Dubois fights again, Dubois will win. You know, they need to have that rematch. I don't think I don't think Frank Warren is in a hurry to put Dubois back in the ring with Joe Joyce. I think they're promoted by the same promoters, right? I'm not sure. I think they're promoted by the same promoters. I don't see Frank Warren in a hurry to put Dubois back in there with Joe Joyce. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. I just don't. I just don't. Neil Simpson said Luis Ortiz versus George Tuvalu, seeing as they're a similar age. Man, don't nobody know how old Ortiz is. No, you know, they say the Cuban fighters lie about their age all the time, so who knows? Who knows how old he is? Who knows how old he is? But bro, let me tell you something. Dubois and Trevor Bryan, that'll be a good fight. Who else we got? Dubois, Trevor Bryan, that'll be a good fight. Jared Anderson, this fight with him and Vladimir Tereskin, that's gonna be, you know, I'm going with Jared Anderson all the way. Knockout. I got him stopping, buddy. Bob Scott say, true, coach. They're both promoted by Frank Fishey's shoulder roll. Talk about the shoulder roll. You see what I'm saying? The shoulder roll. Yeah, but I'm just saying, though. You see what I'm saying? He said, Ortiz is ageless. He found the fountain of youth. Man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hey, but listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We got a damn good show we're going to talk about tomorrow. We got a damn good show. We're going to give everybody a shout out, OJ Juman style. Shout out to Paul Evans and Ava.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man, Retro Boxing and Documentaries.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Machete Don't Tweet.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man, Graham Taylor and Paul Evans once again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bon Scott.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to John Skies.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man, Diallo Huggy Bear.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Arlette.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the one Mr. Ham.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to Ali Muhammad.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to John Sykes.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Keenan Lofton. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alan Skill with the Lick Read. And shout out to Halim in the building. Shout out to Josh Taylor, MTK Global, and Coach Asgi as well.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Bon Scott.
Hey, okay.
Andy C. Shout out to DJ Black Charm Music.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis Buchanan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have in the building? NDC. Shout out to Arm, like my right arm.
Hey, okay.
The boogeyman of the division. Shout out to King Kong Ortiz, the boogeyman of the heavyweight division.
Hey, okay.
Everybody is terrified to fight him because he's just that good.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Damon Hickman.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to DS.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Juan Ramirez. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Bacon and Eggs.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Third Coast Royalty.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? I don't want to forget nobody, guys. I'm missing people. Shout out to who else we have? Rod Rib Shows in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Big Ron, Ronald Finkley in the building. Big Ron.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to UGC Flame.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Please subscribe.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Neil Simpson. Yeah, I think Neil Simpson in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Third Cross Royalty once again. Shout out to Keenan Lofton once again. Shout out to DS once again. Shout out to my brother Teach.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Henry Abanda.
Hey, okay.
And they say coach is the wilder hater. No problem.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Boxing Fan 101.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bomb Squad Nation.
To this day,
Bomb Squad blowing up everything.
to this day.
Really though.
What?
I said they blowing up everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alex Gill. Shout out to Jonathan. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Gilbert A. What's happening? Hey.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Big Breezy in the building. Big Breezy.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man, Don King. Shout out to Don King. I'm reading a book right now. Shout out to Rider of the Storm, Don King. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Rider of the Storm.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Chuck Supremacy.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Puro Sur Central.
Hey, okay.
Who else we have? Shout out to Postman. What's going on, man?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans once again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Bomb Squad. Henry representing for the Bomb Squad.
To this day.
And we got to say shout out to Glam Squad as well.
To this day.
Shout out to Glam Squad and Bomb Squad.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? I think we said Bacon and Eggs. We said Thomas Jones. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Thomas Jones once again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Arthur Harkins. What's going on, my brother? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Also, I think that's it. That's everybody. Anybody I forgot, please forgive me. Please forgive me. A player can't forget everybody, man. Please forgive me, bro. He said, I'll leave bail for Paul Evans. Coconuts. Hey, I don't know about the coconuts, but I'll leave bail for Paul. For Paul Evans. Anyways, man, once again, it's that boy Coach Malachi Williams. New media today, USA Boxing. Shout out to Eddie Septeta.
Hey, okay.
See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Once again, we up out of here, guys. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Also, click the link below in the description to get the merch. New media today, USA Boxing.store. Other than that, guys, see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.